Boy.
Naughty.
You're a very naughty boy.
Naughty, naughty, naughty.
Who's in that list? I was looking at Jim.
He's got that cheeky face, doesn't he?
Don't know, like Max and Daniels.
The Magic Man.
I am the magic man.
Mark the Magic Man.
I thought you were going to pipe up when Phil said he was looking for a magician for his do. Like, I thought you
No.
Retired.
Yeah, retired.
said the
Permanently.
fingers have gone.
Yeah, that's it. They've been adapted now
Time
to
lives
more
on.
magic
flicking
fingers.
scissors.
Well, I can sense a little bit more of giddiness in us tonight.
I think it's the two warm-up beers, is it?
2 warm-up beers.
That's it. It's the key. I'm telling you.
Yeah. You didn't have them the last one.
No,
then.
I didn't.
It's
No.
the future. It's the future.
No,
Couple of
welcome to the
sleepers.
boys back though. It's good to have you back.
Good to be back.
And this is probably one of our most exciting episodes because we've got Matty Ledbetter,
How you doing,
Beery Me.
lads?
How are
Great
you?
to hear you. Yeah, good.
Very well.
Excited. Friday
And
night.
Tonight, yes, Friday night, and we're gonna drink some beer.
Let's
So,
go drink some beer.
What more do you want on a Friday night after work?
Make sure you blow that down. Those are the cameras.
Stop shouting at me. Once in your life. I've just had a hard day at work. Leave me alone.
It's good to bad.
Get
I
the
know.
bees out.
No, yeah. So, well, when did you start professionally drinking beer?
Well, I was being an amateur for many years, and then last
A good
year,
one at that.
Good one. Yeah, had some times with yourself.
You have, yeah.
Yeah.
We have, you know.
I was telling us before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
During lockdown, boredom. Like, I think a lot of people probably started doing something in lockdown.
Yeah.
And mine wasn't being particularly useful, you know, not learning the guitar or any languages or that, but expanded my horizons with beer.
Do you know we've had a lot of people kind of change their life in lockdown and
Well, I've got married, but
Oh,
I was
yeah.
engaged before lockdown, so I can't really say that. Got delayed multiple times. That was great.
Yeah.
But
but more importantly,
more importantly,
you've got a cracking Instagram page now.
yeah. Well, it's all right. Yeah. Basically, there's a guy I knew who went to my school, and he kept putting on little impromptu beer reviews on his own Instagram, and I just started drinking a few more IPAs, and I thought I like what he's doing here. It looks, I thought they were funny and interesting, so I did a couple on my own Instagram, but then I thought I'm going to start a separate page here. So it was last September, and it's so slow at first, like anything. Like,
Yeah.
you're doing beer reviews to about 12 mates who were like enjoying them, like, and
It's kind of like who listens to this.
I'm almost just watching them myself, like, and I was keeping a little tally of the scores and that, and then it just slowly got a few more followers and that, and it's not a particularly big thing now, to be honest.
Yeah.
Feels a bit mental being here, to be honest, because you've had some serious guests, like a British boxing champion, renowned porn star, PGA Tour golfer, and then a pisshead. So.
But it doesn't matter what field you're in, as long as you're good at it.
You're a professional pisshead.
We'll have you on.
Cater to all. That's what I like about the podcast.
Yeah. It's diverse. Yeah. No, yeah, it's a brilliant story.
But done 420 odd beers. You know,
Have you
Fucking
actually?
hell, there's a lot
Do you
of
know
that.
what gets me?
It is about 423. We're going to do a few new ones tonight.
Yeah.
If you just want to score them, we'll get an average score that can enter the leaderboard. And
That's-
there's 3 that I've done before that I think hopefully is like.
Do you know what I like about IPAs? I'm brand new, as I've said before. Like, I'm very new to them. As I was saying to you just before, the hopsy taste has never been for me until the last 6 months. And I kind of got through it, and now it's opened my eyes to them. But do you know what a lot of them seem like? Just good crack. Like, a lot of them are like joke names. And,
The artwork on the can.
And the artwork,
it's like
yeah.
you're a magpie.
it's intriguing.
I buy some just because they look nice, and then I get home and I go, I'm not going to like that.
Well,
Yeah, I've done
one
that,
of the
yeah.
ones you've brought on tonight, I couldn't stop looking at it in the fridge, the Parma Violet
pink
one.
one?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
it's
I'm
pretty
just thinking, I want to drink that.
Yeah. It's appealing, isn't it?
Yeah, it is appealing.
Beats a Foster's. Or a
What did
Carling.
you say, Mark? It looked
Looked
like,
like it was like a cream soda can.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it does. It
I've not
looks
tried
so
that one.
inviting.
I've not tried that one.
Brewdog have done some like mental ones, haven't they? They did that. What was it that you like?
Tony Baloney, Home Milioni.
I had that one.
Tony's
yeah.
chocolate.
The
Terrific.
white raspberry
it's terrific.
milkshake.
Is that the one you have for?
I
I get it every time
Pre-
on the
pre-
podcast.
Pre-session on
I had
the
it
podcast.
once and it was alright. I couldn't get away with those. Too sweet for me.
You couldn't
Yeah.
drink loads of it, could you?
No, it
I
was.
think a
Yeah.
couple.
See, Mark's like a single malt man. You're like, so when we went for a meal at the Bay Horsey for a week, and then we're finishing with some nice drinks, just dropping the name in there because I just love the place.
Yeah.
And if you haven't been, just get the hell there. but you had a single malt, and you're not bad with whiskey, Jay.
Nah.
But you struggled with it, didn't you?
It was quite a woody one, so it's
And,
quite
and so we basically give you a quadruple, and being the dickheads we were like, down it then, and you necked it, and you didn't even wince. It didn't wince.
I can't do whiskey like.
Oh, it was a strong. It was a
It smelled like perfume, that one, didn't it?
Yeah, it's a woody one.
Yeah.
woody one.
Yeah, quite woody.
I got given a few on my stag do. Well, mixed in with a lot of other things, and to be honest, it was a good job it was mixed in.
Yeah.
Double whiskey, vodka, tequila, gin, Baileys, and a bit of Guinness. The Baileys saved it. If it had just been whiskey, it would have been 10 times worse.
Is that not curdling it then?
It was curdling, yeah.
But it still tasted nice.
Well, just don't hang around when it's curdling. Get it down. And stupidly, I then said, "Oh, that was easy, that lads." I was a bit pissed, and so they went and got it. I said it was easy. The Baileys made it quite nice, and then they went and replaced the Baileys with brandy and
went again.
and sacked off the Guinness and went again. And then
See, brandy as well. Cherry brandy. I don't mind.
Sounds so.
Proper manly drink.
Yeah. What were you drinking? What did you have at the Bay Horse? You had a dessert
Oh,
wine.
I had a dessert wine.
A dessert
yeah,
wine.
Very manly
Little-
again
yeah.
in a little
Little
tiny.
t-
But that was
baby's glass, like
Yeah.
flute.
It wasn't even as manly as a flute, was it? It was a proper bitch
Yeah.
glass.
And just
But
something like
it tastes. What did you say it tasted like?
Tasted like, what was it? It was
Because it was.
mango, or no, like syrup from like a tin mango or something.
Oh, that was it. Yeah, from
Yeah,
tin
like
mango
tin
chunks.
fruit. Yeah, tin fruit.
fruit.
Basically,
I
you know, the
like
syrup
your,
at the bottom.
descriptions here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's,
it was. Yeah, they'll work. Won't
yeah,
they?
yeah. Looking forward to your reviews here. These beers.
Believe me, it won't come.
But no, I actually really enjoyed the dessert wine, but it sat heavy like.
Yeah.
And then what did we do?
was bunch in a glass.
So we had loads of rich, nice, buttery food. Then we had loads. Well, me and Mark shared every dessert. And
It
then,
came in a platter. It wasn't just
Yeah.
every dessert.
And then Jay goes, right, we need a rum burgundy. Rum burgundy is a big, massive. Obviously,
I've
we've
never
spoken
had
about it
one.
before.
Never.
Never.
Nah.
It's the sweet.
They
like.
sound good.
They are good.
I might have actually, but
Don't
I
say you
can't
haven't had one,
remember.
they'll take you.
Yeah, we'll go. We'll go tonight.
No, thank you.
But yeah, we necked one of them straight after the food, and yeah, I threw up. So that was a waste.
Did you?
I did throw up on the stairs.
On the stairs?
What, at the
I'm
Bears?
free.
No,
in
in
Huttons.
Huttons.
In Huttons.
I'm free.
And I had to. So
Bin
what
in.
happened? Right, I was like, right, I'm in trouble here, and I run up to the toilet, and I open the cubicle, and then there's just this bloke who's just spewed himself, turns around to me and goes, "You can't come in here, mate," and all the spew was going down his chin. So I'm already in trouble. I turn round like, and it's up in my mouth and back down, up in my mouth, and then I'm halfway down the stairs. I'm like, oh fuck, boof down, but no one was there. So I walk past it, and then two lasses just walk past me on the way past. And I'm just like, all right,
Hi, girls.
yeah.
Someone's been
Don't
sick.
slip on that. some monstrosities puked
There's
on
a
the
guy in the toilet spewing everywhere.
Yeah, coming down the stairs. It was all him, mate. It was him. So sorry, Hutton, if you're listening.
Yeah.
But yeah, so no, dessert wine. Yeah, it wasn't. Didn't go down that well.
Yeah.
But yeah, what we're going to do is we're going to help you review some beers tonight, and there's some that you haven't done. If you haven't seen his page, it's you basically review all kinds of drinks, because you've even done some fucking creative ones.
Yeah.
Back in the day, drinks.
Yeah. Did Frosty Jacks as a
Frosty
guest
Jacks,
appearance for
yeah.
cider. And do you know what? It
I'm so glad you didn't bring that tonight.
was...
Frosty Jacks was one of the alright ones out of them. though.
do you know what, Frosty Jacks? It blew me away. It was actually quite nice.
Blackcurrant.
I don't know if your palate's changed since you were young, but I bought it. My friend Max Ripley, he was playing cricket and he said you should try a couple of cider reviews. And straight away I thought it's got to be White Star Frosty
Yeah,
Jacks.
yeah.
I need to do more. I've only done that one.
I've never seen a bottle of White Star for a
Couldn't
while.
find it, mate. I went everywhere.
Yeah.
Drove around the whole of the Deans, went to every single shop.
What, the parks? See if it's in the river.
That would have been better luck. Yeah.
yeah.
I went started at Morrison's. I went to that Noah Man's. I went to
Moore.
Londis, Olympic Street.
Yeah.
None, but they all had Frosty Jacks. So I thought I'll get that. And I like it when I get a beer that I know I'm going to slate, because I think people seem to like them reviews when you're angry and like wincing a lot.
Yeah, so when you're in like in trouble.
Yeah. So I was all prepared to say how awful it was, and then
All right.
yeah, I give it like at least 6s. I think
Did
it's decent. Yeah, with blackcurrant it's slightly higher, but even raw it was all right.
Raw dogging it. No, like even it's the aftertaste. Like
It's
it was
gone,
always
mate,
a sick.
gone.
It's gone.
I think
That
I think
sickly aftertaste.
I think when you drank it, you were 16, so
Yeah, you're not-
so like if you think did you drink stout at 16?
No.
So you would have hated the stout then. Your palate's changed, you know. So I would have drunk any of these beers at 16.
You're right. Like
I didn't even
stout,
drink them at 26.
Mark's been drinking stouts from the off.
Out the milk bottle.
He started on stouts.
I was probably a lot younger than that.
He's yodeling. What have we told you about yodeling? Yodeling.
Take 2. I'm not even going to say it.
You can't remember.
I don't know where I was going with it.
Something about stout when you started.
Yeah. I think it's not even going to... Yeah.
That won't help him.
No,
Leave it.
Yeah, I was probably... I just fucking... I can't even do it.
I love how awkward we can get him.
Yeah.
So, Mark, what you said?
I was probably younger than most people.
Oh, right.
I think that's
Brilliant.
literally it.
Brilliant.
Hard work, that.
Thanks for that.
Yeah.
But we've got a stout to start, lads. If you want to get stuck into them.
Yeah, we'll get stuck in. So,
this is by the Wild Beer Company.
I've tried something from them before. Can't remember what it was though.
I've had the Millionaire.
What's that? Disco truck? No, that's not them, is it?
No, I don't think so.
They do a Pogo, which
That's the one. That's the one we've tried. That's the one Ryan Embleton bought.
Was it?
Yeah.
I'm sure the
Right, so what's this? A stout.
This is an Imperial Stout. So I've done the Millionaire, which was I can't remember, probably about 5-6%. But because
it to get ahead on or anything like that.
it won't get ahead, but that's pour it as you would anyway. It's like
Oh,
treacle.
that's dark.
I thought you worked in a bar.
I did, but I've never poured a stout, I don't think.
that
So-
looks
Other
delicious.
than Guinness, is that a stout?
What the fuck's
Yeah.
that?
Thing with a stout, it's like, so you've kind of got to start on the stout or end on the stout because it's. I'll give you more marks. I know you like them. I'm not. This will be the one I probably like the least.
But it's 10%.
It is
This is 10%.
10.3%, so we're starting big.
10%. Fucking hell.
By the
Mr.
way,
Ben.
just so, like, the only way I can describe this is like pouring
Oh.
out tar.
It's like
hell,
treacle,
man.
isn't it? And so
Yeah.
it says it's so basically.
I don't want them all.
There's
I
more,
don't like
there's
these.
more.
I don't like these.
We're going to have to do it.
I'll spit it. All of them
So
are.
the Millionaire, like I say, is about 5-6%. This is the Trillionaire, so it's amped right up to 10.3. I've never had it. I had the Millionaire. I quite liked it for a stout. I know I give it a 7.4, which is quite high for me for any kind of stout. I'm not a big fan myself, Jay. This one says it's got chocolate, apricot, and spices.
And
I
spices.
smell the apricot.
Yeah,
It's almost
smell
like a
the
sherry.
apricot. Yeah, it does smell like a spirit, really, which is concerning.
Oh my god, it's fucking. Oh.
Do you know what,
Thing-
that might be a
that's-
bit rich for my taste, to be
That's
totally
nice.
honest.
I like that.
The thing I dislike most about stouts is when they taste of coffee, and this one doesn't say it, so I might quite like it.
But it's got the bitterness
It's
though of a
fruity.
coffee almost.
It's fruity. Get it, drink it.
I'm just taking it in, Jay. Thanks. I'll drink it
I
all.
quite like that.
That's nice.
It's pretty like
I
sweet.
mean, it's a bit. I think that's why I
bitter.
don't like
Although
it.
it kind of gets worse as on the aftertaste.
There's a bit. Yeah.
It almost tastes like.
Should have made that
Have you had,
first
like-
sip bigger.
I don't mind that.
Really.
All
When
right.
it gets worse. It gets
It almost tastes like a bitter espresso.
There's
It's,
there's a bitterness, but there's like a tang to it. I'm guessing, which is the apricot. You can't taste the alcohol though.
It's not. It's not my
It's not
cup of
very
tea.
boozy.
Not making
No.
shit
As
smack
Matty would
that.
say.
It's £6.25.
Oof, what a can.
Yeah. But it's because it's so strong.
I'm trying to think what
It's
that
from
would
Top of the
go with.
Hops, which shout to Top of the Hops. There's loads of good beer shops in Darlington now, but Top of the Hops
Yeah,
is the one
there
I go
is.
to the most. So yeah, some of these beers. I did one last week that was $7.50 for a 330ml can. That was a 18% one.
Thing is, all-
Similar style.
You buy a bottle of wine, it's gonna get you pissed.
That's how I justify it to the wife,
Yeah.
but I'm not sure she goes along with it too much. But
Now, I don't know about anyone else, but my taste buds have definitely been...
we're walking right up.
well, no, they've been fucking demolished. I don't know if it was COVID, but like last year I got it, but my taste buds aren't as good as they used to be. But I'm
You're
trying
right.
to identify the like...
It's the apricot that I agree with Mark. I can't really taste much chocolate.
Like dried
It's proper
apricot.
sweet, yeah.
It's really
yeah,
sweet.
Yeah. Stout shouldn't be fruity, in my opinion.
I'm confused. It's confusing.
Normally they are like coffee. And
What do you
what I
reckon,
would-
what do you
go
reckon
for.
the
Yeah.
spices are? I'm getting...
Don't act like you know.
The thing is, that, you might have noticed with my videos is you can kind of just say anything because if you go on Untapped, I've just like totally wiped out the value of the reviews there. But if you go on Untapped, which is like the beer reviewer website, millions of people around the any beer ever sold is on there pretty much, and people go on and review it and score it and write a comment. And if you go on and look at beers, the amount of different things people describe them as, and how
Yeah.
distinct they get
Yeah.
with with the descriptions of things. It's insane.
For a stout though, I don't mind that.
It's vile.
And I'm not a fucking stout drinker.
Not like that.
It's number 2 in my book.
Whoa.
Not good.
Yeah.
It says inspired by traditional German Christmas treats, the use of specialty malts, and then spices, chocolate, apricots. It doesn't say what spices.
I can't work out what the fuck.
There's
it
like a
tastes
weird aftertaste that I'm trying to put my
Coffee.
finger on.
It tastes like bitter coffee.
Ah,
Almost like a stale espresso.
I know what you mean.
Do you know what I mean?
That tangy, like,
you know, if
bitter,
you've ever made an espresso yourself, and it's just too strong.
Yeah.
Or if you've done it like, say if you've put
I
too
know
much,
exactly what you mean.
if
when
you've
you-
put too much instant coffee in a cup and tried to have it black and it's very bitter and disgusting. That's exactly what it tastes like, and it's horrible.
So
And this was the one you brought for Mark.
this is for Mark. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to score them.
Yeah.
But what did you say you're going to be down in
I'm
the
going to
two?
go 2.5. I could drink it, but
Is that not being a bit fucking harsh? That,
I don't know what the score is. Out of 5 or
10.
Is it,
No,
oh,
it's-
is that,
how it goes is 0 to 1 is travesties. It's out of 10. Cease production. Stop. There's been a few that have scored 0 point something.
Has it?
Yeah.
What,
yeah.
you were just angry at them?
Yeah, I remember one by Sainsbury's.
Right.
No offence to the I shop there, but they don't do good budget lager. They had a 2% bitter, 4 cans for 90p.
2%.
Okay,
We're there,
now.
2% Sainsbury's own bitter.
2% Sainsbury's own plain white can. Looks like that no frills. Remember from years ago?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Basic, like they can't be asked to even make the can cover. And they do a lager, and both of them scored 0.6 or something like that. It was awful. Like I don't know. I feel bad if you've only got 90 pence for drink. I wouldn't even don't buy it. Like
Just don't drink.
No,
Yeah.
just get a bottle of water. It's not worth.
Brew your
not
own.
worth-
Brew your own.
It's not good. So yeah, 0.1, 0 to 1 terrible ones, 1 to 5 varying degrees of piss. So you make your mind up. 5 to 6 tolerable. 6 to 7 acceptable. You don't mind sipping them all day. For me, that's something like Foster's or maybe not Foster's. But to
I'd
be
rather
honest.
drink Foster's than that.
Wow.
Right.
Personally.
Okay, now, man.
Personally.
I've never had anything in the 9s. 7s is kind of like.
What is a 9?
That is.
Sheer nectar.
I think I put on my little scoring scale that 9 to 10 is like relationship breakers. Like you'll turn your phone off and just keep drinking them.
it.
Yeah, because
that's
it's
a
so
good one.
good. So
Yeah.
not had one of them. 7 to 8s have got something about them. 8 to 9s you'd like go out your way to drink them. So if you knew there's a pub in town serving this and you loved it and it was you'd make a beeline for there every week because just for that beer, even if it was like a crap pub, you'd just go there and have them.
Right.
They're brilliant
Analogies.
yeah.
The kind
Love
of work generally.
I think everyone can kind
Relate
of
to
relate
that.
to them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
100%. There was like
Nah, it's not
there was a few pubs in Newcastle that I would. It was a weird one I told you about the other day. Fruly, strawberry
got that
beer.
at home.
Yeah,
I love that.
I love it. And there
Fruly.
was only a couple of pubs that served it in Newcastle, so we used to go to these certain pubs for a pint of Fruly on a Sunday.
Strawberry beer.
Yeah.
Strawberry
Lovely.
beer?
Oh
Yeah.
mate.
It doesn't really taste a beer. It just tastes like a strawberry drink. But
Sounds fucking brilliant.
ones that I think they're great if you're like if you're hungover but you've got to start
That was
going
it.
out
It was
again.
a Sunday. It was a Sunday
Yeah.
drink.
Just lager when you're hungover. It's not really.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
1 o'clock on a Sunday afternoon. We'd been to work like in a nightclub till 4 a.m. on the drink and that anyway. So it was just like Sunday.
Pick me up.
A few Frulies. Sunday dinner.
Fruity.
Cushy.
So you're going. We'll have to work out the scores, Mark. What
Right,
you going?
okay. After what you've said, I'm going to go 5.2.
5.2.
What's that? Like a high level of piss.
It's like tolerable.
Yeah.
Piss is up to 5, so it's just over piss.
Right.
Just marginally above piss. Tolerable.
Yeah.
But then, sorry, go on, Jay.
Fucking hell, man. I'd drink it, but I didn't enjoy it. So
I would never get one again.
Nah, I wouldn't buy it. I don't think I'd buy it again.
Never.
Maybe 5.5.
5.5.
What was 6?
6 is like acceptable, which I don't think that fits what they've said because they're saying it's not acceptable.
Yeah.
I would drink it again. I always score strong ones a bit higher just because they're strong. But I won't be going any higher than yours, really. I think. Well,
Yeah,
maybe in
I'm
6s.
gonna go. Yeah, I think you're completely fair there. I mean, I'm 100% never gonna ever buy that in a pub. Like if I see that, I'm not buying it.
Nah.
But because I'm not a stout drinker, it was a lot better than I thought it was gonna be.
We all finished it, which I wasn't sure if we.
Yeah, and
don't waste good pee.
the alcohol
£6 a can.
content. I couldn't taste the alcohol for the
No.
strength it is.
Yeah.
I think that's quite a good craft.
I never think you can though with beers anyway.
Nah.
Right.
Like,
But having said that, it's our first one, so if you were going to taste it, you would taste it now rather than later after you've had a few. So
I'll go 5.7.
5.7. I'm gonna put it in just in the
We haven't
sixes.
completely finished it, like.
I'm alright.
Send it to Matt. Oh no, he didn't like it.
Literally just threw up.
Fucking hell.
I'm gonna give it a 6.1 because I thought it was all right, tolerable. So it's got 22.5 divided by 4, 5.6 average. I think that's fair,
it's
amongst
fair.
us, isn't it?
Yeah.
We can agree
Fair
on that.
amongst us.
yeah.
Fair amongst us. We'll forget that.
We're gonna run out of glasses.
No, we've got loads there. We're all right for now. You could be able to use a cup, like you'd be able to put 2 in one.
We need to thank George.
Yeah,
I thanked him, but yeah, we do need to thank him now.
George
yeah.
at the Tapas Bar, my best man, best mate, provided the glassware for tonight. Cheers, Turney.
Thanks, George.
you.
And what a brilliant establishment.
Should get him on.
It
Should
is.
get him on.
I know.
Try.
I know.
I don't think he'd be game. We should try.
He'd be game for this.
Yeah, he should have come tonight.
Yeah.
He's-
Tapas
I
Bar's
think,
mint.
I think he's
Yeah,
in the
it's
kitchen. I think he's
lovely.
in the kitchen now. So
Yeah, well said, Jay. It's
Tapas
mint.
Bar's lovely.
It's mint.
Yeah, it's my favourite place.
Never had it. Yeah, I've never
I
had
think
it.
it's
Never
up
had a
there, one of the best restaurants, pubs in Darlington by far.
100%.
he did the catering for our wedding,
Yeah.
which was absolutely brilliant. Like
And now he's sorting glasses out.
now he's sorting glasses.
That's
out.
why he's the best man.
That's it.
That is why he's the best man.
That's
Well,
a
he
lovely
also
car.
I had 2 best men. So George did the catering and Michael Kelly,
Yeah.
he did the speech.
Do you know I have a theory on best men? So some people might choose the person they've known the longest or something like that, right? Yes, take that into account, but you also have to choose someone that can do the job. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you might have the best mate in the world, but he's fucking off it, and he'd struggle to sort the stag do out. He'd struggle on the day. They have to be able to do the job, don't they?
Yeah.
So spreading it over 2 is perfect.
He probably won't mind us saying this, but I had that decision with my good pal John Shields,
Right, yeah.
because he definitely wouldn't have wanted to do a speech, but he's one of my best mates, and he's probably not known for his organisation levels, like organising a stag do and stuff. So he kind of failed the job interview without being interviewed. He was an usher. Do you know what I mean?
Calm down.
I love it. Key, he wants to wash the stout out of his mouth. This is one I've had before. That I started like a beer club during lockdown again.
I like
Bored
that can. It's a pretty can.
again. Yeah, like a magpie.
I'm not
Straight
sure
to-
about that can.
I
Makes
like
me
that.
feel a
I
bit
like that
nervous.
You're not a fan of
Feels a bit
hexagons?
scaly.
This is so I started like a beer club. So again, bored in lockdown, you couldn't go out the house, obviously. So got like a few people who were like friends, and a few people who became friends just through messaging us about beers. Kind of said, do you want to get involved in like a Zoom call, just like this, really, what we're doing now? So we'd all pick a beer, buy it, and then have a little Zoom meeting, all drink it, record it, review it, and upload the video. And this is one we did. It got an 8.2, but that was a mean score between us. I think I gave it higher. I really like it.
Right.
This is Salt. They're from Manchester. They do loads of drinks. This is 5.5%, a New England IPA. Favourite kind of drink for
Has
me.
this got any notes of flavours in it, or
It's New England IPA, so it'll be really hoppy and really juicy. And then after that, it's kind of what flavours you detect yourself. People will say different things.
I like the colour of it.
One of the good things about it is after that £6 can, this is like it's in Tesco, and it's only normally 2 or 3 quid. If you've got a club card, it's normally 4 for £6, which
There you go.
is very good for beer this quality.
Right,
Cheers,
cheers.
lads.
What are we on? How would you pronounce that word? That one there.
I like the smell of that straight away.
Oh, it's
That's
like
beautiful.
what's the word? Acronym? New England IPA.
Oh,
why,
yeah.
why am I tasting fruitiness?
Because it's New England IPA, really hoppy, and so it brings out a lot of juicy flavours. This is
Oh, that's good.
That's fucking
good,
nice.
that's
That
glorious, isn't it?
that is mint.
Yeah.
Like it's made put a smile on my face.
Yeah, that is. This is one of the ones that are like of.
I love the colour. I love the smell when I'm about
Yeah.
to when I'm
Looks
about
like,
to drink it. The smell of fruitiness and juicy fruit.
that like kind of almost like milky, hazy, cloudy, like.
lumps of white stuff in my drink.
So sometimes when you get these, because of all the hops, if you see how they're produced, sometimes a little bit gets left over. It always just stays on the bottom of the glass, I think.
Do you know when you were
So-
when you were explaining this as juicy, right? I was thinking, how the fuck can this be juicy? It's juicy.
Juicy as fuck,
Like,
innit?
Grapefruit juice.
Yeah, a bit like
Yeah,
that.
It's like cloudy apple
and
juice.
it's making my mouth water. I'm happy as fuck.
It's a glider.
It's a
Pure-
fucking
it's a
glider.
fucking
This
glider.
is a
Goes down
glider.
very easy, doesn't it?
Oh,
I like some of the terms that you use on your
Gliders are
review
called
show.
I could sup a good few of them.
It's a bit too,
good.
it's a bit too fruity for me.
Is it too fruity for you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I prefer a little bit more
By
on
the
the
way,
hoppier side.
I forgot to say, he can't be pleased very easily.
No.
You're seeing both ends here, right? Me, easily pleased with anything. Like, yes, this is the best thing ever.
We're here to review them, aren't we?
Yeah, I
Yes,
said
we
honest,
are.
honest
No,
opinions.
but it's honest opinions. But
Yeah.
what I'm saying is how different our opinions can be,
Yeah.
but in a respected way.
Yes.
Considering I've not scored anything higher than 8.9, and I'm pretty sure I gave this 8.4 in the beer club. That's pretty high. And to be honest, I would give it maybe even higher now. Because since I did that, I've just if I'm ever in Tesco, I buy it because it's just a good one to have in the fridge, and it's not a really expensive one. So
I'm wanting to dive back in this like a bag of sweets.
What's the percentage on it?
5.5, so much
Just
more
right.
acceptable. Yeah,
right.
just that's about
That colour there's
perfect,
just
innit?
doing bits for me, right? Because do you know what? I love cloudy apple juice.
That's what I just said. It.
Yeah.
Oh, did you say that? Sorry.
Cloudy
Go to
apple,
Go to Sunday. It's
the Strongbow, the Strongbow.
I like cloudy apple,
Yeah.
Strongbow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I just that it's really doing bits for me. This.
yeah. It is a
See, I never pour them out of the can, so I never know what they look like in colour.
Yeah.
So that
You got to pour them.
Do you know what, when he
I
drinks
just can it, me.
when
No.
Matty drinks them out
You have
of
to
a
pour
glass? I think they really look so inviting.
yeah. Some of them. It's,
Is that what glass have you got? You've got a Beery Me glass now, haven't you?
I've got George again sorted us out with loads from his pub. I've got a Beery Me one, and then Top of the Hops, because I go in there so much. They gave me one of their glasses. They gave me one from another brewer around here, Caps Off, which I think are Bishop Auckland. So yeah, there's loads. I started a little bar in my garage when in my new house. I didn't build it. I got my mate to build it.
Yeah.
I just put the beer in. But yeah,
It's 50%.
whole shelf.
Yeah.
I put a TV on the wall. I didn't even do that. I got my mate to help us do that. I held it while he
Yeah.
put it up.
Do you know what? Yeah, same with me, right? I've moved houses about, 10 times in the last 5 years. And I've had a TV on the wall in every house.
Have you ever?
I've never done it.
I tried.
My dad's done it every time.
I tried, and then I knew he was available. He was off, I think, and
Yeah.
quickly the call came in because you don't want to do it wrong because you just bought the TV,
Yeah.
put it up, stand back, hits the deck.
Yeah. We had
From
yeah,
clearance bargains, I don't know. It wasn't really under
got
warranty.
loads from there. Got loads from there.
Mention
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Good shop.
Very good shop.
Yeah.
No, yeah. I've never put one up, and it's about time I did. The last one I did, like, we're talking about fucking TV
Yeah, but you
racks
own
now.
a fucking like
Do you know,
a screwdriver.
The one. Well, yeah, I do now. It's got the
But
two.
why though? You don't do anything with it.
Excuse me.
What?
That wood on the top. There.
That's wonky.
Yeah, it was fucking bendy wood, bendy walls.
What's it for?
Just to border it. It looks better, honest.
What do you mean that bit?
No, not that. The floating shelf that does nothing.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Everyone, yeah, you don't want to see what's up there, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Leftovers from Jay's stoppy bag.
Yeah. Right, let's get down. Let's get down to the review because that
Yeah.
was fucking beautiful.
Like I say, I've given it 8.4 before. I'd maybe even go higher, but I'm interested to hear what you seem to really like it. What would you?
I'll jump in. Right.
Go on.
That was colour-wise perfect. Nectar, smell-wise unbelievable. It was juicy. I enjoyed it. Put a smile on my face. I jumped back into it like it was a bag of sweets. It's got, but then what was a 9 that I'm ready to fucking fuck everything off to go and have a pint.
If
I'm
you
not
had
that
load of-
far.
Yeah, but you know
So
that's
we'll
probably
go.
made it quite hard for me to score 9s because, like,
It's a
if
big
I give a
jump.
beer over a 9, then a relationship breaker.
Yeah.
My wife's not gonna be happy.
No.
Mrs. Beery Me.
Do you know what? It would really unbalance your life if a beer was that good.
I know.
Like-
I said I'm going out to drink some of that tonight. She said, "Oh, right, you're turning your phone off, are you?"
Yeah.
Again.
So I'm gonna go as high as an 8.9.
8.9. That's
Really?
Yeah.
solid.
Yeah, I'm up there.
That was one of the. I'm gonna put it out there. That was probably one of the most pleasant ales or lagers I've had ever.
Oh, really? Okay.
That's done bits for me. That.
You like that beer, don't you?
Mark looked like he's got something up.
He's got a bean in his butt.
He looks like he's got something
He's
up
got
his
like
chest
it.
with this
He's got
one.
I'm trying to work out what I'm going to score it.
He doesn't like it.
No, I like it.
You've left it though.
I'm enjoying it. I like it, but not as much as Ross.
Not as much as that tit over there.
That's it. Who hasn't been drinking ale half as long as me.
I know my ale far more than that dickhead.
I want to say 7.9, but I feel like that's been a bit shan.
Yeah, say what you want. 7.9.
It's our review, mate.
There's no offence.
7.9/8.
What was 7.9?
Something. It's got a little something about it in the 7. Something like smoothness or flavour or
Yeah.
juiciness.
So there's some
some of the-
elements that you really like.
Yeah, some of that would bring you back. Yeah.
Yeah, 7.9 then. I'm happy with
What's
that.
8 to 9?
8 is like you'd go out your way to drink it.
Yeah, I'd
so
go out my way to
if
drink
you
that.
were,
No, I
for
wouldn't.
example, this is Tesco sell it. I've not seen it anywhere else. The only Tesco that have it in is normally at Aycliffe.
Aycliffe.
I've drove to Aycliffe. To
Morrison-
get it in. I'll get some hooker back.
Morrison's tend to have salt in. They've had a
Yeah.
few salt
They
products.
might have it in.
The name and the can really put me off. Threw me off.
Yeah, well, I don't know why you don't
Salt.
like hexagons.
Too much.
A salty,
Salt are really
Black
good. They
and
do loads
What?
of different
a salty
beers.
beer though. I don't want a salty
No, it's
beer.
not. It's not. I have had salty beers that don't
Yeah.
work. They're called Gorsers, GOSE. I don't understand why they work.
No.
Why they bother? People must like them but I tried a couple and they do just taste really salty. So as soon as you have a sip, you're like, I'm thirsty.
Yeah.
Well, that's not. So you need to drink something else to quench your. It doesn't. It's not for me.
Speaking of salty, we didn't put the nuts out.
Yeah.
Oh, we've got nuts.
Oh, we
But
do.
that's
Yeah,
all right, we'll get-
cashews as
we'll
well.
get them-
Fuck it, get them out then.
We'll get them at halfway.
Oh, whoa.
We'll have one more, and then we'll get you
We've got
cashews.
Yeah.
pistachios.
How would you want to go next? I know you wanted the Brewdog one, the Parma Violets.
Yeah, let's do that.
I hate pound violence.
Do you?
Because
Yeah, let's get out of the way because I
don't
wasn't overly fussed on
I like the
this.
can, but I don't like.
I
pound
might just
violence.
use the same glass if you want a
Yeah,
fresh one because of
fucking-
the.
I just want to bring up a couple of
Yeah, well
topics that we've been talking about recently in the shop. The first
Want to
being
be
that Jay has set his own challenge that he can run 20 mile an hour.
Whoa, what's that got to do with this?
I just want to bring them up.
All
20
right.
mile an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
I don't agree with that now.
At that pace.
All he has to do, the challenge is, he has to get up to 20
get
mile
to
an hour.
20 mile an hour.
1 second.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or less.
Just he has to record 20 mile an hour with his legs.
Are you quick?
Not that quick.
Not that quick.
So-
Not very quick.
Not
no.
yet.
What
Not yet.
is
that quick.
one of his references was, so was it Lascelles? I said
Jamal Lascelles.
he got recorded like
21
it
mile an
came
hour.
up, it was running 21.
He looks like a donkey on the
He
pitch.
is a
Yes,
fucking donkey.
yes.
This is what I've.
Granted,
Yeah.
but he's still a Premiership
He's still
footballer.
Premier League highly tuned athlete.
And then we looked at
Captain of
Usain
a
Bolt.
Premier League
Usain
club.
Bolt gets up to 27.5 mile an hour, full pelt, world record. He has to run more than half his speed.
I'm the slowest man in the room, I would say. I'm very, very slow. 20
then-
mile an hour. I'm trying to work that out. So that's 3-minute miles.
Well, Mo Farah, I think, runs his marathons at about 13.
I see people who want good run. Barney, Michael Barnett.
Yeah.
People like him who are on Strava and they go out and run 5-6 miles at about 7 minutes a mile. I can't run 1 mile at 7 minutes.
No.
Nah. If I go out for a
7
run,
minute miles are fucking.
I'm about 9 minutes. Pretty. It's probably all this beer, it's probably not helping, but
It doesn't help running, no.
no.
But the other challenge that was set, what was I say? I could eat 50 wings.
No, you said
fucking
100.
No, I didn't. You said
Easy,
100.
50 wings.
said
We said
easy
we could
50.
eat. We said we could eat 50.
No,
said
you said 30. I said I reckon I could eat 50.
Where are you going?
And then,
Then-
I showed
then
you
we-
before,
then we
you went,
pushed
nah,
it.
do 100.
You
Are
did
you going
say
to a
100.
Shark Club? Newcastle.
Yeah, I used to go there. I
Yeah,
used to
yeah,
smash
for the wings.
fucking
The flyer does
endless
30
amounts
wings
of-
for 12 quid.
How
The
many?
where?
Flyer. 30 wings, 12 quid.
Pigeon wings.
Yeah, they are pigeon. Yeah,
Yeah.
from High Row them.
I would.
I've seen about pigeons on Iro. You get a good 50 wings out of there.
Oh man, they're full of chips.
Just go around, snatch them in a bag. Come here.
This is another new one for me.
Fucking shit.
I've been meaning to try it. Parma Violets. Everyone had them when they were a kid.
So this is the one I was excited for because
You like this artwork?
I love the artwork. It's really appealing to me.
It's another New England IPA, but it's obviously going to taste the Parma Violets.
Yeah, it does.
Sometimes I try and do these things and they don't work. This one might. I'm not sure. It's 5.5% again. Brewdog, really well known. I think even if you're
Probably
not
the
into-
biggest
yeah.
IPA.
What did they do? They plant a tree
Brewery.
for every beer you drink, apparently?
They're like I think then they're trying to be the world's first carbon neutral.
Carbon,
is
yeah.
that the phrase? Brewer. So yeah, they do a lot of that.
Where are they from?
Which ones have got the pubs?
The owners,
Manchester.
the owners from Scotland, James Watt.
yeah, Brewdog have got
It's
pubs.
Brewdogs have got
yeah,
pubs.
Brewdog
Yeah.
have
Used
got
to be
the
in,
pubs.
used to be in Newcastle on the
They're in the
Still there.
airport.
still there
yeah.
down
Still
down
there.
by down past Grey Street.
Grey
at the
Street,
bottom.
yeah. It's
Yeah,
still there.
I'm sure there's one in Leeds as well.
Yeah.
There is. I was
There's
in
one in an airport
Manchester
somewhere.
the other week, and there's one there.
One
They're
there.
massive.
Yeah.
They've opened. They've got hotels where you have taps in your room.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Is there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So these
so like you
were
have a mini fridge and then a tap with whatever Brewdog Punk IPA. Just
It's two lads in it. Two lads who own them.
he's just
James
fucking-
Watts the key one, the
supposed
main
to-
one I think, and there is another guy, but I can't remember his name.
So these
I don't know. I'm not gonna like it. I know that I haven't even tried it.
these
It does smell of Parma
these
Violets.
are these are worldwide then.
Yeah, massive. They've got pubs.
That
in
smells
bars
like a
in-
Parma Violet gin and
Badly.
tonic to me.
Yeah, they've got bars in literally all over the world. I know there's Tokyo and there's America, everywhere. It's, they're absolutely massive.
Cheers again.
Cheers.
Cheers, lads.
There's a Parma Violet.
It's a bit more bitter for me.
Do you know what?
That's better for you, innit?
Do you know what?
It's not as
The-
juicy.
The smell is horrific. I knew I don't like the smell, but the taste isn't quite.
It doesn't taste as strong as it smells, does it?
That's
Of the Parma
correct.
Violet.
Yeah.
You
It
still
doesn't
get
at
it
all.
lightly, but it's really light.
It's
Really,
it's
Very
a light
light.
very light
fragrance.
thin.
I almost feel like I could drink that. It's
Yeah.
a bit of a session.
Parma Violets. I've
Beer.
heard people say it.
That's what they're called.
It's a bit of a session beer.
I've seen people say that like the Parma Violets makes it taste like perfumey, which
It is fragrant.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can taste that.
you
It's
kinda
quite
get
floral.
Floral.
that. Floral. Hey,
But you're 100%
look at us sat here. Floral.
floral.
So manly.
There's you're right. Like it doesn't taste like it smells.
No, it smells like it's going to be.
I mean, there's still that Parma Violet's
Taste it.
undertone.
But to be honest, that's how I'd want it. If they're going to make it a Parma Violets beer, I wouldn't want it to be like overpowering. And
No.
you don't like Parma Violets anyway, Joe.
No, but I can taste Parma Violet and that. I don't like that.
I mean, I don't like Parma Violet, so I would never.
Can
I'd
you
probably
taste-
never drink it again.
I'll
Tell you what,
I
there's a
think it
bitter
tastes-
aftertaste.
Yeah, it's
Like,
like,
literally, I can taste perfume in my mouth.
that's
now.
what you eat when you get Parma Violet. It like sticks in your
Yeah.
like claggy and
Yeah.
like it's no good that to me.
Positives with it again. It's like a supermarket one. So I think I got this in Sainsbury's maybe, but it's 4 for like £6, £6.50. Which
Not bad.
if you think I don't know if you got 4 Kronenberg in the supermarket, it'd be a £5, I think, or £5.50.
550, yeah.
So particularly this one being normally £6 with your Tesco Club
For
card.
4 of them.
For 4 of them, you'd rather pay an extra 50p than
Rossi's
get your
fridge going to be
Kronenberg,
full of
wouldn't
that.
you? Yeah, it's good gear.
Hook back nipper.
I prefer the Parma Violet to this, though.
Nipa.
It's New England IPA.
Nipa.
It's not a word. He said the same.
That's what I said.
It stands for New
What's this
England.
word say?
Nipa.
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 Hook back nipper.
Japanese.
Hook back Nipa.
Look at me, Mark. I'm an ale drinker. Nipper.
What Nipa ales have you got?
No, it's
I don't think I'm
it's
gonna
the
finish it.
second sip wasn't the best. Like
No, that's
Nah,
better.
I quite like it.
I like it.
But I like most of them. If you don't like it, Jay, just leave it.
we had the conversation today. We had
Nah, still-
you go into a pub. They have got every tap of lager. We'll go lager first.
Yeah.
What are you picking?
Lager. Every lager.
Every lager. It could have been one you've had an older. Could be one you've had fucking.
No.
What would you go to?
If they had it, what you're saying they do.
Yeah.
I've said many times on my reviews how much I hate Carlin, but have you ever had Carlin Premier?
I don't know. That's an old drink, that, isn't it?
Unbelievable.
Carlin Premier.
Carlin Premier.
Do they do it anymore?
They do it in the locomotive in Shildon.
Fucking hell.
This
That's
road-
definitely-
Is that a 9 then?
Is that a 9?
To drop things.
Yeah,
to
you're
that.
driving to that.
I've
Oh,
got.
it's an 8.
I went Euro 2016. I went there with George and a few others to watch England lose to Iceland. Purely
Just for that.
for the Carlin Premier. I went there for someone's birthday. This guy Tony the Butcher. We went there for his 60th.
I know him. He's a lunatic.
He's a lunatic.
Yeah.
What's that roly-poly woman? She was there.
Oh God! Why does she keep coming up?
No,
It's a sign.
Debbie Dumpling.
someone had arranged for her to be there.
Why-
She wasn't just in there drinking.
No,
she turned
because
up
these
with a whipped
keep
cream and
joking.
that.
These keep joking about getting them for my
Well,
birthday.
It's not a joke.
And everyone,
It's not a joke.
no,
Oh.
listen. If she turns up in the barbershop, I'm off.
She's turning up here.
It was. It's.
P45.
Carlin's no good. Carlin's so gassy in that, but Carlin Premier, it's like it's quite smooth, almost flat, but still lovely. And because of that, you drink a pint in about 3 sips. Your first 5 pints disappear. So it got a bit mental. Like Grant Rankin was up naked on the pool table, stood waving a pool cue around.
On the Carlin Premier,
Butcher was on the floor with Debbie Dumpling rubbing
rubbing
all
things.
sorts, rubbing things.
So wait there.
Is it a stronger beer?
No, it's only about 5, maybe 5, low 5s, 5.2.
Have you had Carlin Premier anywhere else in that pub?
You used to be able to buy it in Asda.
So
cans.
it's not a new thing being at that pub. It's
No.
been a
Well,
long
I
time.
think you're
love.
right. I think it's been about years.
Right.
I've never seen
No,
it.
I remember it back in the day. I think my
Yeah.
dad used to drink it a bit.
It'll be in some working men's clubs where you
Well,
would
it used to sponsor the Premiership, didn't it? Carlin Premier. I'm sure it did.
Carlin Premier.
Because it used to have a little,
That
Yeah.
could
the little
I
black
remember-
and red logo.
That was a cup, wasn't it? Carlin Cup.
No, but it was the Carlin Premiership as well. But
sure
then I don't
it
know
was.
whether that was just coincidence that it was called the Premiership.
Maybe, yeah.
But you might be
might have
right.
brought
I
it
never
out
thought
for
of
Wait
that.
there.
Premiership.
I want to fucking.
I never
They
thought
might,
that.
they might have brought it out for the Premiership and then called it Carlin Premier on the launch.
And then
What came first,
continued to
Carlin
be-
Premier or the Premiership? It's a question for the
Yeah,
ages.
because it's that black and red label there, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it's different to the normal.
Let's have a
It was
look.
definitely the Premiership, weren't there?
What's it kind of like?
If they didn't have Carlin Premier, I don't know what's
never
the
seen
other.
Nah, maybe not.
Never
Have you
that,
tried
no.
a new one around Madry?
Yeah, I was on the Madry in Leeds on the weekend.
It's good, isn't it?
Yeah, it's good. Yeah,
I think it's going to take over here. I've got a friend.
Madry.
Where's that from?
It's from Spain, and I've got a friend who works for he works for Molston Coors, who
Nah,
do loads of
you were
different.
right,
They
it
do
was
Carlin,
just-
they do all sorts.
It was just the writing of the Premiership.
And he's kind of, I think part of his job is he's getting Madry into this country, and it's appearing in more and more bars. I had it on at my wedding. We had a mobile bar, and they had Madry as an option, and it was the choices were that or Stara Pramen, and I tried them, and then I had Madry all day. Madry is very nice, really
Mad.
good one. It's
What?
going to appear because these Molston Coors are bringing it in. They like bring a lot of beer into loads of pubs, so it'll appear everywhere soon. You'll see it more and more. Where did you see it, Jay?
Well, I was watching my mate Ben Marksby box in Leeds, and it was on draft in the fucking event. I was like, Christian.
Where was the event at?
Leeds, the Royal Armouries in
Oh,
Leeds,
right.
and yeah, it's on draft. It was
Yeah,
lovely.
What would you choose? Lager?
See, man, yours is quite a good one. But when we asked the question today in the barbershop, I just couldn't get Heineken out my head.
I said
good
that, but I don't
pint
think
of
I'd pick
Heineken would be
Heineken.
top 5.
Do you know
Has
what?
to be
It
extra
has to be
cold.
the extra cold one.
Well, listen, lads.
When the thing's frozen.
The
Yeah,
flyer,
the tap.
the Darlington flyer,
Yeah.
right? I went in for a random Sunday session not long ago with my housemate. Walks in, just think, oh fuck it, we're going here, watch the football. Ice cold Heineken, frozen glasses.
Yeah.
By half time, I've knocked 4 into me.
Heineken's an
Yeah,
exceptional pint, yeah.
it was a good pint. And in Amsterdam, I had the first ever
Tastes
pint
so
where
different.
That's where
they
it's from,
knocked
innit,
the head
mate?
off.
It's from
Tastes so
Amsterdam,
different.
I think.
Yeah, it's Dutch. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's Dutch.
The brewery's in the centre, innit?
And
Yeah.
they poured that pint in a nice glass, frozen glass, big like what they called tankard.
Yeah.
And they knocked the head off with a little thing.
I've got one of them in
Have
my
you?
bar, but I've never used it.
Because you knock that off, all you've got is that fizzy froth.
Yeah.
And it was just
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to go with
And it
Heineken.
saves you having to wait for it to die down.
Yeah, exactly. Not
What
like
would you go, Jay?
I said Heineken today, but I've just been thinking I like a pint of Prava.
Oh,
Yeah.
Prava's good.
Czech one. Yeah.
There's one begin with B.
not Brahma.
Beer and Moretti?
No, not Beer Me Me. Oh, fucking hell.
Don't say Budweiser.
No.
But
It's like a.
Didn't we used to get bottles of Brahma? Was it bottles of Brahma?
I want to
Yeah.
say Brahma, but I'm thinking Prava. Like
Yeah, no, maybe you're getting them.
Have any of you had Budvar?
Yeah,
Budvar.
yeah.
Budvar.
Which is like
I've had
That's
Nice.
it's
Isn't
Budweiser, isn't it? But it's
Is it in the green bottle?
No,
yeah,
Yeah.
it's like
yeah,
more
I
of a
know what you
brownie
mean.
label.
Yeah,
I know
yeah.
what you mean.
isn't that?
Don't you get when you
I'm
go for a
sure
curry?
I'm sure I reviewed
No.
that, and I had to research it, and it was like it's Czech, and they invented it first.
Right, and
And,
then the US obviously.
Yeah, and then the US people tried to like sue the Czechs to like take the name off them, but they just failed because the Czechs have been brewing it for like since 16
Yeah.
before America was even a country. They've been
Right,
brewing it.
okay.
Yeah, that's a really nice one.
Yeah,
as well.
Budvar.
What are you going to say? That's what you choose?
No, man would be.
It's Brahma. I think it is
Is that what
Brahma.
you're on
what I'm
about?
I
Yeah,
remember
'cause
Brahma.
I used to like bottles of them.
I got it on the quayside in
Yeah.
Newcastle. They had a draft in what's that place?
Picture.
No, the big where William that watched the football and
Oh, it's by the bridge, under the bridge.
under the bridge. Yeah, what's
Yeah.
that called?
Something,
They had it on
something to
draft
do with the
there.
bridge. It's like
Fucking hell, man.
yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, that Brahma. I had a pint of Brahma in there and like a
Brahma's decent.
like a Star of Pramen glass, like a the wrinkly ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are they called?
I recognise the name Brahma. I just
Brahma,
can't-
yeah.
Well,
it's
because
like
you used to
it's
say it in
Brazilian.
school, that's why.
Yeah,
That's Brahma.
Did used to say it a lot. Oh yeah.
Never heard of it.
Brahma.
That's
No,
nice.
they used to do it on offer in that. You could
Skull.
get a good,
Did they?
good deal on that. What you saying, Mark?
You mentioned it earlier. It was a Star. Is it Staro? I can never pronounce
Star
it.
of Pramen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I've been drinking the last few times. If they've got it, that's
Yeah.
that's my go-to.
Yeah,
At the minute,
that's what you would choose, yeah.
yeah, I think so. Like now, obviously
Oh,
it changed.
I had a drink in Poland. Oh, what was it called?
Is it Zviak? With a Z, Z-Y-W, I can't spell it, I-E.
There's two.
C.
There's
Zviak.
Tzatziki.
Oh, Tiski.
Tiski.
Aye.
I think it might be
Tzatziki.
Tiski. It might be Tiski, but like you see all the
Yeah.
pissheads drinking it, don't you?
Yeah.
But on
'Cause
a
it's,
draft, it's really nice.
I'm sure that I might be wrong here. When I get things wrong, people always get on my back about beer.
We
But
can
I'm
Google
sure,
it.
I'm sure there's Tiski. There is a really strong one,
There's
and then
two.
but then I think they've brought out like a weaker one in the last few years, maybe.
Yeah, there's two.
There's like a one that is like kind of the Polish special brew.
That's the one that...
Which I want
Yeah.
to review, by the way. I've not drunk... Have you
Is
ever drunk Special Brew?
Is it
Yeah.
even that strong?
No.
Special Brew is about... Well, to be honest,
Seven-
we've got much
seven, I
stronger
think.
ones here.
Yeah, I'm
7%?
sure it's less than that. I'm sure I've
That-
seen it and been like surprised how low it was.
Zvayek.
My nanny used to drink it, piss
That's
at
what I
that.
said.
They do that in.
Perla, that's what it was. It was a pint of Perla.
Where do they do it?
I'm
Perla.
going to Poland next month. I've
Perla.
been a few times.
That's where
I
it's
think I've drunk
everywhere.
it. I'm
It's
going to
everywhere.
Krakow next month, and I think...
That's
yeah.
where
Yeah.
I was drinking it. Yeah.
Right, lads, so we've still got a few more left. If you want to make a choice, we've got this one by Full Circle, who's my favourite brewer.
Was
And
it the Looper?
No, I couldn't get it. I wish I could. But if you've not had Full
I'll have
Circle
a Looper.
Looper, have you had it?
I had it.
Did you enjoy it?
I've had
It's
no.
fucking beautiful.
It's,
Is it a glider?
It's a beast.
it's like for a small little Instagram channel I've got. It's like the legend of the channel.
I got
Is
the
it
Looper.
The Looper. Why the fuck is it not
I got the
I
Looper.
tried to get it yesterday.
I
I've
got the
been at
Looper
work.
because of the channel.
Yeah,
Right.
did you?
Yeah.
I love it when I
Jay-
hear people say
Jay's been a big fan of your channel for a while.
Who put us on it? Aiden.
that.
Right, yeah.
Piper.
Piper.
Ah, yeah, yeah.
Obviously, he comes in here to get his haircut.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm going to give it a follow.
Aiden's one of it's one of the nice things is loads of people message and like a lot of it's mates and others
Yeah,
are people who I've not met saying like, oh, I've tried this beer and I love it and it's just a nice thing, isn't it?
Do you know what you'll find, which you already have probably, is it's the people that you least expect to come up and message you or say something. So like there's people I haven't spoke to or had any association with for years, maybe school or something, and they'll go, oh, really liking your podcast, and I'm like, what? And they're like, oh yeah, I've watched every one, and we're like,
It's nice, isn't it?
it's lovely.
Nice.
It's people showing support that you don't know them anymore, but they obviously you've
like-
made an impression on
I
them.
like it when someone does that. I always, well, I've not done it for a while. I've got a really long list of recommendations. So if someone like Aiden's recommended a few, and I've tried to like, because he's like messages and showing like a bit of
You'll
interest.
do it, yeah.
Buy it, review it. He's got a couple still. He wants me to review Heineken actually.
All right, yeah.
Yeah, but I've just not got. It's an easy one to do. I've just not got. I always get bloody like sidetracks by
The big
the
yeah.
different ones, you know.
Yeah.
A duck or a dragon on that.
Well, which one do you want to do
I
next? So
wanna-
we've got
One with
Full
duck-
Circle,
the goose.
8.6%.
I haven't had a full circle.
I want to go for something. Let's go for one of the fruity ones because I feel like we've had two, which were more.
I feel like.
Well, so you've got a choice.
they've all
You can
been
either
fruity.
you can go big with Imperial Milkshake IPA, 12%.
This is the one I've been looking
We'll
for.
go with this one because this is a sour.
Ooh,
but
let's go sweet and sour.
It's Goose
Mark's
Willis.
not impressed by any of them. The only one Mark was
That-
impressed by
Should have got two
was this
stouts,
one.
sorry.
Who didn't even like
he
it.
was impressed by the stout, but he didn't like it like you.
Only got one can of this. There's only one they had left.
It's a big can, though.
£7.95.
The big can.
Yeah.
Big,
Well,
What's the percentage?
it is 12%.
Fucking hell.
Imperial Milkshake IPA. So I would expect it to be like
Thick.
any milkshake. Yeah, dead thick. And then it says orange and mandarin. So just orange. I can't tell the difference.
I can't either. Yeah.
But this brewer, I love Wander Beyond. They're from I don't know, quarter about that. They're from Manchester, and I went on the website after I had one, and all they seem to do is 10% plus beers. So if you're into like that kind of stuff, which I am, brilliant. They had like 20 beers that they're selling, and the vast majority were 10, 12, 13, 14%. And every one I've had, even if it's that strong, just
I'm very intrigued
tastes
to
tastes really nice.
a beer this strong. To be honest.
Who wants a bit more?
I think I shortchanged
Yeah,
myself a
go
little
for
bit.
that. You're a nice guy. I did one of theirs last week that was, I think you said you wanted me to get it, Ross, maybe? The Mango
Yeah, the
Monkeys.
mango one.
Just didn't have any in. If you want, just give it.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, it was 13%, and it just didn't taste that strong.
It's orangey, that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Smells nice.
smells good. Smells fresh.
It doesn't smell like it's going to be 12%.
No,
Nah.
I bet it's going to go. Taste it.
Hopefully, it'll be like nice and thick, orangey. Won't taste 12%. Dangerous.
Oh, it's good, that. Oh, that's good.
That's delightful.
That's good.
How can that?
Yeah,
10%.
that's. This is the first time I've had it, so we'll review it again. That is absolutely.
How can that be 12%?
12%. You think if you
Dangerous.
I drink wine, but I don't always enjoy it. But sometimes when they're like, well, normally they're like 14%, but you can taste it, can't you? And it's like, I don't know. Particularly white wine for me, I don't really enjoy.
No.
Yeah, if you get a bad white wine,
Yeah.
shit, vinegar.
Do you know what that
yeah,
tastes
yeah.
of? Like a nice Bucks Fizz.
Yeah.
Like not too like Bucks Fizz can be quite dry.
There is a my tongue kind of tightens up at the end. So
Like
like,
that bitter,
I think
like
I'll-
that tanginess. Like
yeah,
I think
Zest.
it's one more sip for me. I think it's that good. I think it's.
it's gone.
Yeah, this is gone now.
Yeah.
It's absolutely unbelievable.
It's Friday night.
That is exceptional. It tastes about 6%.
That's good.
That is really, really good.
I'm looking for the kick.
There
And it
isn't
doesn't
any
come,
boozy
yeah.
kick. It's,
Maybe the bitter of the orange takes it away.
Yeah.
there.
I don't know how they do it. They hide the alcohol so well. This is the third of theirs I've had, and all of them have been 12, 13%. They taste half that, if that. I mean,
How do they test the strength of alcohol?
good question. Now, I don't do the channel. I don't know. I don't
See,
actually know.
I've brewed my own beer before.
Right.
I got like a kit,
Yeah.
and you get this. It's called a hydrometer. I think I've got that name right. And you have to get it between a certain, it's about the. So there's
It's like you stick it in the drink.
yeah,
and then
you
it gives you a
basically, and
measurement.
it
That's what
gives
I
you the
imagined.
measurement, and you have to like ferment it for so long.
The
And-
fermentation,
Yeah.
that brings it to an alcohol percent, doesn't it? Because at the
Effectively-
beginning, when you the beginning of brewing, it's not alcoholic, is it?
yeah. So basically, to get the alcohol is you have yeast and sugar, and the yeast eats the sugar and then poos out alcohol.
Who's out?
That's
Who's
effect.
out?
That's like how that's
Yeah, that's about as good as I would explain it.
yeah.
That's
Basically how it works. So, in theory, I think the more sugar you put in, the more alcohol you get out.
same with like the more hops you put in, the more
Yeah,
alcohol you get
I
out.
think
Yeah.
like I'm no expert. I've only done it a couple of times.
Measuring
but-
the relative density with a hydrometer. Well, yeah, use
How
it.
did
yeah.
how did they go? Your home brews?
Do you know what? They weren't
Sugar
too bad.
content.
I think I've spoke to lads I know who've done home brews, and I think it's quite hard to get them strong.
Yeah.
It is,
People
yeah,
make them and you end
because-
up with like 3%.
Yeah, or none.
Or nothing.
Yeah.
I remember my mum and dad doing wine, and they were just like, "Yeah, mint this."
Just made a juice.
Nothing made a juice. Yeah.
Yeah, and that would I would like to do it myself, but I would want to get it right, so I need to research it, because whenever I get a beer and do a review on it and it's under 4%, it like it winds me up straight away. Under 4%.
If you made your own beer, what would you want it to
5%.
taste like?
Probably like that. New
Just
England
like-
IPA.
yeah.
That's my favourite style of drink.
Just
Although having
juicy.
said, I think this would be hard because you'd have to presumably add some kind of orange. I
Yeah,
think once you
so
add
what
in,
you
the
can
more
get
you
is-
add, the more you're gonna mess it up.
What's them? Is it? It's like some sort of like you can strain stuff
Like
through
a
it.
like
Is it
big
a
sieve kind of
mu-
thing.
you know, it's like a. Is it called a muslin cloth or something?
Where you
muslin?
really like you
Nothing
really
gets through
strain
it.
shit.
Yeah, nothing gets
Yeah.
Where you're making
So
like one
you'll
of them
put your
soups which is clear.
You'll put your flavourings in that, tie it, and put it in your brew, and leave that.
Right.
And I don't know if it's before or after the ferment. Like there's 2 stages of fermentation.
Mark's pisses a fart talking shite.
No, I think
Muslim. He
he's
said about putting tea bags in his beer.
I
Muslim.
thought he
cloth.
said Muslim cloth.
He
didn't
said
he?
Muslim cloth.
Muslin.
Ah,
Muslim.
Cancel culture. You can't.
You can't say Muslim cloth.
I'm walking off.
No, I think he was on the right line. So
Was he fuck?
I'm correct.
Get the Google out. Muslim cloth.
don't Google that. Do it on private browser.
Do you know what? Right. I'd want.
That was delicious. That.
Yes. Right. I'd be wanting to warm up with the salt ones. I'd want 3 or 4 pints of that.
Yeah.
Then I'd have 2 pints of that, and
And
then
then you'd be going
yeah,
home
I'd
on
be
a
happy
taxi.
fucking-
What would you give it? It's well in the 8s for me. I'm gonna go. I'll let you go first anyway. Don't I?
Right.
Sway your
Smell, taste, artwork,
pretty, innit?
aftertaste. Slightly, if it's not on the level of the salt for me, so it's an 8.2.
8.2, solid score.
Best one yet.
I'm
We'll
high.
go
I'm
Best one yet, 6.
I'm trying to remember what I saw the other one.
8.2.
You haven't gone higher than 7, I don't think.
7.9, I think my highest was. So yeah.
Was it?
Yeah.
Or for the ultraviolet,
I don't think we actually scored that one, did we?
Palmer violet.
No,
No,
we
we didn't.
We
No.
forgot it. Moments
Have
ago.
you done it before?
Nah, I'll do it again. It'll be alright. I've got 2 more cans in the fridge.
Oh.
Well, you can do it now if you can remember. But we're on double scoring now, you know. So we'll
can't
stick with this one.
remember
So you give that an 8.2, Ross. What would
Yeah.
you give it?
I'd go about the same, 8.2.
All right. Yeah, Jay, what you going?
I like that. It's 8.3.
8.3. I'm going 8.5. So that's 33.2 equals 8.3 on average.
Yeah, happy with that.
Could we do the Palmer
I
Violet?
could do that now, yeah.
If you can remember it.
I could do that. For me, it's
Sevens for me.
yeah, 7.2.
I wasn't a
7-2.
fan. I probably. What did I score? The stout was about the same.
5.2.
5-2.
Yeah.
You liked that at the beginning?
Mine's 5. 5.2.
5.2. Not a fan.
Not a fan.
Palmer Violets. I didn't mind it. I'm going to go 7.3. So that's
remember what I
24.9.
said.
So it gets to 6.2. 6.2.
Mark, you liked that one, Mark, did I?
Which one? Yeah. Who?
As
Who you talking
is the orange one?
Do you want to crank it up or tone it down?
Let's fucking crack it
Oh,
up.
oh you'd say that, lads.
No, when it
Sweating.
build it.
Right, okay, well, we'll bring out the full circles.
Oh yes.
Full circle, favourite brewer, the Looper, as we were saying, absolute brilliant drink, but I've got loads of others. Long White Legs of Hope. I've got. They did a thing
Was that
recently.
him?
It wasn't me, it was you.
They did a thing recently where they were doing crates half price, and a fiver went to this Women's Watch charity in Newcastle. It's like for.
See, it seems a lot of
I got
the
well excited there.
it seems a lot of the
was like-
the companies are doing good things.
Yeah, planting trees, full circle. Women's Watch is like something in Newcastle for. It's like a service for women to help to look out for each other and help them get home safe. So they'll put on like taxis or lifts, or I think people will help you walk home. You know, if you're walking home on your own, someone will come and walk.
Mark
you.
needs that tonight.
It's a good thing. But they're an unbelievable brewer for me. This is in collaboration with another one, Turning Point. I've never heard of them. It's a double IPA.
What's
So
he
it'll be-
doing?
If you stick your finger in it, it stinks the fizz.
It stinks the fizz.
It sinks the bubbles.
If you put your finger
If
in,
you put your finger in it,
stinks the fizz.
put your stink in it.
I think I fucking stinking your drink in a minute.
Get your stink away.
8.6%. 8.6.
I was just wondering that because I've just had to have the froth there, and that was like quite boozy.
That was, yeah,
Yeah, it's boozy that.
But they've done another one similar, well, I'd imagine similar, called Disco Stars that I've reviewed recently that was impeccable. This should be good. Full circle. They're in Biker, Holt's Yard.
All charred, yeah.
Holt's
yeah,
Yard,
they've
very
got-
Like
you-
our golf, isn't it?
Yeah, it's right next to it, I think, yeah. My missus used to work right next door to this place.
Yeah, there's Holt's Yard, Rascals.
But they've got
Full
like a tap
circle.
room, and they used to have Scream for Pizza, you know.
Yeah.
They'd like be there on a weekend. So I went there in May, and brilliant.
Oh, it is,
afternoon.
yeah, I know, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember driving
When as
past
soon
it.
as you go in Holt's Yard, it's on the right.
Yeah.
Tap room.
Is it like you go under the bridge, don't you, and then up?
It's a very weird
Yeah.
place to
Yeah. You go under,
It's on
turn
the-
left under the bridge, and then it's on your right. Yeah.
very weird place to pay for parking, I think.
Yeah.
Holt's Yard, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
I
just
just give up,
assume
mate.
you don't pay for
I just give
parking.
I used to pick Lindsay up from work there loads, and
Yeah.
I never ever wanted to park because I just didn't understand what was going on. So
Nah.
I just hover around.
It's
just
an
like
industrial
reversing.
estate that
give
charges you for
Oh,
parking.
it
give
charges
up.
you a fortune
Yeah,
for parking
yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
I give up, mate.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Fuck off. So,
Full circle always seem to have a distinct smell and taste, and this has got it again for me. Really hoppy, juicy.
I like the colour again.
This will be good, yeah. I think you'll like this one.
It tastes good,
It
like.
won't taste 8.6. It'll taste quite strong. But
Oh.
What's cocker?
See, that for me is boozy as fuck.
Unbelievable.
but
That.
still good. Or is it verged
But
over
That's why I
into...
like it.
Boozy, but
It's
juicy.
too boozy for me, that.
But juicy.
But it's still juicy.
I wouldn't call it boozy. It's more. I think it's the hoppy.
Hoppy, yeah.
Well, what's,
Hoppiness.
what's burning me tongue then?
Hops.
The hops.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Cheers
it's
for
boozy
hops.
because it's still an 8 point whatever. 8.6.
8.6. So, right,
It's got that really juiciness that I like again, but it's just...
incredibly strong, isn't it? 8.6.
no,
Disco.
he just did with his face what I was trying to explain. Yeah.
You see his hand as well. His hand was fucking.
Yeah, no, it's
I'm
strong,
a
that
big
one.
fan. I like it.
See, this is what got me, because you like boozy ones, and then that
Yeah.
one that you did the other night, 18%,
Whoa.
it knocked your puddings in.
But I tell you, after I did the review, I can't obviously. I said on it, I'm going to have to drink it. It's £7.50. A few people messaged saying why were laughing or saying you don't have to drink it. It cost me £7.50. It's going down.
Yeah.
By like the best sip was the last sip, but then by then I drunk 300 mils of a 18% drink, so I was probably pissed. So by the end it was easy.
So what's a deep dipper?
A dipper, like a Nipah, is a dipper's a double IPA, so it's got like more hops. So
Double Indian
double the
Pale
amount of-
Ale.
double India Pale
So
Ale.
double the amount of hops as.
Whoa, whoa,
Doesn't have to
whoa.
be double, but it might just be. Just It doesn't have to be double, but it's just a lot more hops. So, and IPAs generally might be up to like, let's get this right, because we've got a triple IPA. Triple IPAs are normally 10% plus. I think this is right. Doubles might be like 7% to 10%. So this is a double IPA.
It's just another market, isn't it? It's a massive market now, IPA.
Right.
So what I like about an
And,
IPA, the feel of the can.
Well, because it's like it's
furry.
I know what you mean. It's
Yeah,
not just like
it's got
tinny.
that, yeah.
It's got like
It's
a nice.
furry.
What, are they all like
Oh,
that? Are they all like that? Or just this?
Well,
Stroke it.
Because
Yeah.
these guys,
Stroke it.
It's
yeah,
furry.
even these guys, but these
all
are really
furry.
quite commercial now.
That one's not.
fully
Get a
commercial.
good
But
grip to throw.
I'm
Well, it's
gonna ask you a stupid question here.
I'm
Indian
just gonna ask you this. This is stupid.
Indian Pale Ale.
yeah,
Is it from India?
yeah.
Right. So it
Now,
originated in India.
again, hopefully I won't get this wrong, but it's when we were over in India, not us, but when our English ancestors or British ancestors were over in India, kicking hell out of the place, causing misery, basically. They needed beer, but if they brought normal beer at the time, again, I might be getting this slightly wrong, but I think this is loosely right. Normal beer wouldn't last until it got to India. India Pale Ale lasted longer, and so that's like a new way that they started brewing.
What was what was the company called which ran all that?
The
over
East
there?
India Company.
That's it. Yeah, that's on all the
yeah.
TV shows.
So they
isn't it?
must have all been getting absolutely hammered on.
Yeah,
India
yeah,
Pale Ale.
yeah. They were
Just
just
mad when you think about
it. Hasn't made it.
You look at
Half the stock hasn't made it.
Oh yeah,
It's gone off. We threw it overboard.
because you're talking like I don't know, not the 1800s maybe. Yeah. And
Imagine
loads
how
of
loose.
IPA
Imagine how
getting
loose
shit.
the blokes were in them times. Like morals weren't a thing then.
No.
Like you could do whatever you want. It was just
Pillaging the whole
anarchy.
of
Yeah,
India,
yeah, rape and
waiting
pillage.
for your IPA to turn up.
Ah.
I mean, it's terrible, really, what we did.
Right. So what we scoring it?
The turning circle.
We're on the nuts.
Are you
now.
allergic to nuts?
He's alright, him. He's about nuts at me there. Like a handful of nuts on me.
I've really liked this one, but I'm used to Full Circle, and favourite brewer.
Are you biased because of them? What's
No.
up here?
I bit my lip and the salt's burning it.
Oh, weird, man.
Is he all right? Is he all right, Em?
No, he's not alright. Look at him. Man's trying to talk.
For me, that's absolutely glorious. That's, say your honest opinion, but
Nah, it's lovely.
that is absolutely spectacular. I'm glad I've got a few more in the fridge at home. I'm going high. I'm going 8.86.
Whoa.
Not quite the Looper, that got 8.7, but it's really, really good, I think.
That's close to the loop of that, I think.
What's
It is,
real close.
but it's a lot stronger. Looper's 6.2, I think. Or
what's
6.4.
8 again?
You'd go out your way to buy it.
And
Which-
7.
Enjoyable, got something about it, like, nice
Right,
characteristics.
I'm gonna go 7.6. I love the juicy factor. I love the colour. It's easy to drink, but just there's a tiny burn of alcohol,
Too-
which
bit too
bit,
strong.
bit too strong.
What did you go, 7.6?
Yeah.
7.6. Where you going, Jay?
I'm going high. I think I don't mind the taste of peeve.
You're accustomed to it.
Yeah, and it's lovely and fruity. What are you fucking laughing at?
Where you going, Jay?
Fluty.
8.5.
8.5. Mark?
8.5 again, I think.
Oh, high praise for this
Yeah,
one.
very
I'm glad
nice.
to see it. It's my favourite brewer.
Yeah,
and
it's
he got an 8.3, which
cock
is
of
a
that.
high score. That's great to see.
Get off my
Full
nuts.
circle. They deliver. If you're on the website, I don't know why. Well, I'll give them a little shout out. Yeah, they deliver to your door, Darlington, free delivery if you spend so much. The crate I got the other week was 60 quid, 24 cans. I know it sounds a lot, but the quality of the beers.
Yeah.
That's what's that. I think that's $2.50 a can.
That's not bad.
But it was
Not
on a
bad at
deal.
all.
It was on a deal. Well, yeah, I thought they were meant to be for Christmas, but I've got about 4 left. So it's time for a sour.
Yeah, very nice.
Time,
Time
for a sour. Put it down a little
I'm gonna have
before
to see this one on.
we finish strong. Well, this is a
The last one.
no. We've got a triple IPA. This brewer's Brew York. They're not actually based in York. Where they're based? Are they? I can't remember. We've had a few beers here. Brew York. Yeah, they are based in York. But that would make sense. The names of the beers are always kind of quite humorous. This is Goose Willis. They do a Matthew McConaughey. They do a Kirsch Russell. They
See,
do,
this is the shit I kind of like.
yeah. Well, it lures you in, doesn't it?
Fuck it, you're having fun.
Yeah.
You've got a little brand. It feels like it's almost like a little side business that they've got going.
If I
And they're
seen that
just
in the
taking the
shop,
piss. But
Yeah.
I'd buy that. I couldn't give a fuck what it tastes like. I'd buy that.
It looks nice. They do good information on the side of the can, so it's got like a little, I don't know what it's called, some kind of diagram that tells you how
Pucker ability.
sweet, how hoppy, how
It's
bitter,
it's
or like ratings for each bit.
mouth. It's fruit, sweet, and mouth feel.
Yeah, mouth feels like whether you think it's dead claggy on your lips or dead thin, or
It's not so heavy on mouth feel, but
this is gooseberry sour. I think it is a gooseberry fool.
I'm not a fan
So
of these.
gooseberries, it's like I find it weird because I don't know if I've ever eaten a gooseberry, but I know what the flavour is.
I'm,
Probably just from
I'm
drinking
imagining.
beef. It's like a grape, but a bit different. One of them's called.
That's a gooseberry. So it's like it's a small orange, if you like. No,
Oh.
Let's have
sorry.
a look.
Looks like an egg.
There's the big grape-looking one.
Yeah, that's the one I was picturing. Yeah, the veiny like big
Look 'em
grape.
up.
The other one. What's the other one? It's called a
Lychee.
kumquat
Oh, pardon?
on there.
Hey, do you know what? Right? Have you had a lychee before?
Yeah, I love them.
Yeah, nice.
Have you?
I went to Thailand
Right.
when I was a teacher, and we took. I remember buying a big bag of lychees off this market stall, and it was like they were unbelievable.
Well,
They were like,
I was a lychee farmer in Australia. not in Darlow.
oh, I'll see your Thailand, and I'll raise you with Australian lychee farmer.
That's what it was.
Oh, right, yeah, so
Yeah, shut up with your
So
story,
I-
Thailand.
I ate your lychees.
We did used to send them to Thailand, yeah.
I thought they were they were from
They were
the
from
nation.
my hands.
He's had his grubby fingers all over your lychee.
No, listen, right. So I'd never had a lychee, and it's the fresh ones look like a massive raspberry, don't they?
Juicy as out.
Oh man, right.
The only annoying bit is peeling the skin off.
But we used to have to. We just got on this farm with this fucking lunatic farmer, and he used to just chase us about with his tractor, making us climb trees.
45 degrees. Or
I'm,
whatever.
oh mate, 45 degrees. I'm 20. I'm like 24 at the time.
What was
like,
it called?
I can't remember. Crazy farmer.
Farmer lychee.
Began with an A. Can't remember. He had dreadlocks. He was weird. Big beard. Used to come in your bedroom at night.
Mark.
No, right. But we used to climb these trees at 4 a.m, just when the sun was coming up. Yeah, because you couldn't work midday. Climb up these trees, and at the top of the trees was these massive bunches of lychees, but they were like the size of like small oranges. They were massive, and they still had dew on them. And you used to open them up and eat them, and my God, it was like...
You're not meant to be putting them in like a,
Yeah.
in a barrel.
Listen,
Listen, sat on the
put them
trees
in a
eating the
basket.
fucking
Listen,
lychees.
it was worth the torture that I got off the farmer to eat these
Ross,
lychees.
stop eating
Yeah.
the fucking lychees.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
And I feel sad because I'll never get a lychee like that ever again, because
No.
you can't. The closest you can come, you get them in Marks and Spencers, but they're
Yeah.
little and brown by then.
No, yeah, I know what you mean. I bought them in supermarkets here, and
They're nothing.
the ones in Thailand, I remember, were good, but then obviously they'd still come from.
They've
you-
got
you
another
in
12 hours to
you in
get here.
Australia to
yeah,
Thailand.
yeah,
so.
from my hands. But yeah,
No,
no,
they're
they're
good.
brilliant fruit. But
But anyway, gooseberries. This is sours. So sours. How do they make
I
them?
like the smell.
They use like bacteria and yeast in the brewing that makes them sour, which makes it sound like thrush or something. It's just,
Does sound like
it's
that, yeah.
wild bacteria and yeast in a fermentation, and then they add loads of fruit. So you get sours, all different flavors. This one's gooseberry. You get every single fruit you can imagine as a flavoured sour.
Fuck that drink.
You don't like that? For me, I just downed it for that's for me that's a
You
glider.
don't see his face.
Horrible. That.
Look at it.
Do you know what I was going to say?
That's all right.
I see sort of
Tastes like
gooseberry,
cider.
Yeah, a
or
bit,
sour on a beer, and I avoid it like the plague.
Yeah.
And
Well, fair play for
I'm
giving
glad
it a
that, I'm
go.
glad I did,
Fair play for giving it. I'll polish it off if you don't.
That
want it.
tastes like a nice cider to me, refreshing.
and that's why I don't like cider.
But then it's
too
different
bitter
palates,
for me,
isn't
that.
it?
It's too
Yeah, it's
bitter for
interesting. It's split the room.
I don't know
Because for me, Ross, that's one more sip. It's really refreshing.
Yeah.
So light, fruity. I think I gave it an 8.0, which sours I don't really score that high particularly.
Because
So
it's
this must have.
I can't believe that's an IPA.
It's not an IPA. It's a sour. It's like a different kind of drink.
Oh, different completely.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, so the sours, that's
Sours like a category. You've got
It's a
sours,
category.
IPAs, pale ales,
I drink that.
stouts, double IPAs, triple IPAs. You've got all sorts.
That's refreshing, no?
I can't drink that. I've given my glass away.
We'll polish them off. If you
Do you not
want.
like sour sweets?
Yeah, I like sour sweets, but that's
Too much.
it's
Tastes like piss.
That's
Yeah,
fine.
it's-
That's fine.
it's not good.
Good cider does taste like piss.
I don't like cider.
Said,
tastes like cider. I don't like
He
cider.
said,
That
I really like that.
I'm glad that I'd already reviewed it because personally I do like it.
This
but
is going to get
each
a
in row,
massive mixed
I give
review
it
of this.
8.0. So that was my score when I reviewed
8.0?
it. Yeah, I really like it. I think it's so light, fruity. I think it's another one where, say you're on like a stag do, and you woke up the next day, you've had like 1 million pints. It's been a mental night, and everyone's like, right, you need to start drinking again. For me, something like this, it would be compared to like a pint of lager. This would be brilliant
Right.
for Barstool. This would be like.
I'm happy there, sat in the sun drinking this.
Yeah. Well, see, what would you go, Jay? If you hate it, you hate it.
I
I'm going low.
can't believe
Not
you
a problem.
think that tastes like piss.
I'm going the lowest I've ever gone.
You can go 0 summit if you want.
I'm going 4.3.
Why-
that low.
That's
That
quite
low.
high for the way you reacted.
What's your hatred towards this
Well, hang on a
drink?
minute. What's 4? What are we talking for?
Well, I'm
Piss.
vague. Between 1 and 5, it's various travesties, varying degrees of piss.
Yeah.
between what?
I'm going.
Between
Yeah, I'll
1
keep
and
it.
5, not to 1. Is cease,
I mean, I think-
cease production immediately. Are you feeling that? Strong?
When I was saying piss, I think I was more just passing a thought. It's not quite that bad, but yeah, it's definitely a between 4 and 5.
4 and 5.
Yeah, more
So
towards
it's
4.
interesting. And Ross, you seem to like it. I
This
think
is
you're
my
sevens.
this is my second favourite drink of the night.
Yeah.
I find it refreshing, light, crisp, really, really enjoyable. I'm wanting more of it, so I'm going to put this
Have Jay's.
at an
Yeah, mine.
8.6.
Wow, that's high.
Yeah.
I like that. I like
That's
that.
high.
Just different. What's
Different
the
palate.
phrase? Different strokes for different folks.
I'm well up for that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Another glass.
that one's not too pricey. It's about it is
365, I think it was.
365.
I'd go out my way to buy that shit.
Or
Oh, there you
395, sorry.
Is it-
3.95.
It's in top of the hops.
What did you say? What did you? 8.2.
I gave it an 8.0 when I had it.
8.0.
When I started the channel, I had like a weird policy that if what didn't taste like a beer, I'd slate it. So I did a few sours. There's one by Brew York called Juice Forsyth.
I think that's why I don't like it, because it doesn't
That's-
taste like a beer.
Yeah, it is. That for me is a cider.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Juice Forsyth, which is I don't know what fruit it is. I can't remember. It's more like raspberry or something like that.
Dangerous beer that.
But when I did it, I was like saying on the video, it doesn't even taste like a beer. What this is, what the fuck's going on? This is a joke. Like it's terrible.
This is an
But
abomination.
I was totally blind. Like sours don't taste like beer. They taste like ciders. They almost taste like alcohol pops.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
That couldn't be further away from a beer.
But once you appreciate that, and then maybe this flavour's not for you, but I like that.
So
one.
this is a whole category that I can get into now.
Sours, yeah.
Sours.
Get yourself into sours. There's
I'm
loads
well
of
up for
them.
it.
Too
If
much
you're
like
into your
cider for
sours,
What percent's that one?
5.5.
How many times do you reckon he's going to mention that in the
5.3.
shop?
Sours.
What, I'm
sours.
now.
I just drink sours now.
I'm actually on the sours.
The thing with sours is, could you drink that all night? Because at
No.
some point it'd be
4
like
pints
drink-
max.
It'd be like drinking alcohol pop salt. It'd be like
It's like
Gammy
cider.
mouth,
I
yeah.
mean, with cider as well. I don't think I've ever got pissed off cider, and I've had like 6-7 bottles of Bulmers and shit. It's too sweet.
Get him a
Bulmers,
bottle
is Bulmers
We'll
still
get him a
thing?
3 litre bottle of Frosty Jacks. That's his next bet.
Yeah.
100 bar.
I did. Sorry, with the
3 litres of Frosty
I
Jacks.
did used to get
100
pissed off.
quid.
Frosty
I had
Jacks.
to
He's
But like, no,
changed
do you know Copperberg's and that?
on the.
You've never been pissed off Copperberg.
No, it's like a starter, isn't it? It's like a starter. I had to on my stag do in Darlington train station. I was dressed as Jerry Halliwell,
it.
busking, singing. For some reason, they said start busking, and I started. My go-to karaoke is Elvis. So I was like, "When no one else can," and then I was singing. I was going, "What the fuck am I doing singing Elvis? I'm dressed as Jerry." But then the Spice Girls, best song ever to mix in. You just halfway through, just go, "Stop right now," and it worked. I carried on. I got £3.
Did you?
Well, you actually got money.
Yeah. Someone on High Row I did it, and then in the train station.
You did
And
the
then,
high row.
Yeah, High Row. Yeah, High Row.
How were your feet with your high heels on?
Well, I was wearing PVC high heels, and stupidly I didn't wear socks. I'm not a woman. I didn't think about the consequences. I got from Tanner's to the indoor marketplace, and I got in a taxi to the train station. And then on the night, I was saying to the lads, like, lads, my feet really hurt. I don't want to. We were going to like a dance event, 90s entrance. I can't think what else is there. Carl
Retro.
Cox.
Like a retro event.
Kind of, but they were all there. It was like a reunion, and they were all going on the stage and doing half an hour of the songs, even though most of them have like one song. And we were about to go out, And I was saying, my feet really hurt, lads. Can we just check them? And like, maybe I don't want to wear these heels. My feet were like bleeding, like little, because they were the size too small PVC high heels, no socks, rubbing up and down all day.
There's no give, is there? It's just gripping your skin.
George,
as your foot moves.
Do you know? You may know Janice sticking your son, the Darlow.
Mark knows it. Mark knows it.
Him, her.
Well, funny you should mention.
You've been trying to score way back. Anyway, George had been messaging her, asking her
about what?
Her? I don't want to offend her.
It's a him.
Well, what? Either way,
it's got a pain.
Asking her what the best high heels were. And these were like recommended, these heels, but they got me a size too small, which didn't help. So my feet were like bleeding. So I ended up wearing like my Air Max with some socks and red tape tied around them. It looked a bit shit, but my feet stopped bleeding like a bit. There was still fucking killing.
The blood just
all weekend, like bubbling, awful. Took about a week for them toes, 2 weeks.
Whose idea was it to dress you in that?
Well, it would have been George and Kells. They were the best men. I mean, it was a good idea. It did. I had real paranoia about what they're going to make me. It wasn't what they were going to make me dress up as. It was where we were going. Because I was getting told rumours.
You didn't know where you were going?
Well, I knew we were going to this dance event, but it was on the Saturday. The Saturday was like a wild card. So I didn't know where we were going. And I'd heard some rumours about things they were going to make us do. And I was like, I'm not happy with this. And then as it turned out, it was brilliant. Recommend it. Recommend it. Getting married and having a stag do. It's unbelievable. Although
Mark's next.
Yeah, are you engaged, aren't you, mate?
Yeah.
I am, yeah.
Whoa, they can.
Mark's engaged.
What's your
Mark, tell us your fucking story. How you got engaged? You're pissed now.
Mate. I've listened to many of your podcasts.
He won't tell us, will he?
Tell us. I'll tell you mine if you tell me yours.
And yeah, mine's awkward as fuck.
Well, mine, you're an awkward man.
Mine, it was near Christmas 2017. I started asking Lindsay loads about what kind of ring she liked, Mrs Beery Me, and so obviously she started thinking, oh, it must be soon and that, and I decided it was, the time. So I'd got this information out of her. I bought a ring maybe just before Christmas, and then I was thinking, when can I ask her? I knew we were going to Berlin in January, like January the 10th-ish. But New Year's Eve we went out, and we lived in Gosforth. We went to the Gosforth Civic Centre. It's nothing too flash. We went to this it was like a jazz night or something. And she thought
Mark.
It was bang on, to be honest, mate. Yeah. I'm 35-year-old. I loved it. You sat there, jazz band, sat drinking a rum, feel like you're in Boardwalk Empire or something.
Perfect.
Used to watch it. I was
in Slapsy Maxis.
I loved it. But then we got up for a dance at midnight, and she told us after that she thought I was going to ask her then. So then on the way home, she was like a bit grumpy, and then for a couple of days after, and she said like, I thought you were going to ask us to. But I knew I was going to ask her in Berlin, which I decided to ask her in because I thought it's like the least romantic city in the world, isn't it? Berlin?
Heil Hitler.
Yeah. We're going to the Berlin Wall. There's like
loads of death.
The city got absolutely decimated. And so we went out, but I booked like one of the best restaurants in Berlin, Restaurant Romano, another shout out. And
in Berlin, if you're ever in Berlin.
Do you know it's weird because we got photos. We got someone. I was nervous as hell. Were you nervous?
Shit myself.
Mark's not very good.
I didn't think I would be. I never really get nervous, but then
no, I don't.
I kept going to the toilet. I didn't even need a piss. I was just checking that the ring hadn't like fallen over in the box. So I was just gonna. So like, do you know? Imagine the diamonds here, and you just present in a band.
Ah, right, yeah.
Will you marry me? And she's like,
where's the rock?
Not if that's what you're fucking giving us. So I kept going to the toilet, and then my main meal came, and I ate none of it. I had like a few bites.
Yeah. And
she was like, "You all right?" No, it's a fucking expensive restaurant. Where you buy a pasta and it's like that much.
Oh yeah.
I could barely even touched it. But the last time I went to the toilet, I found this English person who was, luckily, because I'm a Dutch, Deutsch. Deutschland.
Hello, Sean from, yes.
Ik merkte. And so they took some photos, and it was lovely in the end, but for a while. So tell us your story, how I've been waiting to hear.
Wait there a second, you kind of just tailed off at the end there, so...
When did you ask it?
I know, yeah.
No, I went for a piss.
Right.
I came back.
I was thinking as you just told that, I missed it. Oh.
No,
so anyway, Mark, you go.
I had this whole speech prepared.
You built this thing up for like 10 minutes there, right? And you told us
you found an Englishman and that was it. Did you ask an Englishman to propose for you?
He gives shout outs to Berlin restaurants. He told us why he went to Berlin. He told us about a jazz night, but then he forgot to tell us about
The
the
actual incident. Well, this woman got my phone and I walked over and luckily in the restaurant it was proper cramped tables, but where we were there was the aisle for the waiters, so if we'd been the table to the left I wouldn't have been able to do it because there was no room to get down on one knee. So that was
Things happen
fortunate.
for a reason.
Yeah. Well, I'd messaged the restaurant saying,
They don't happen for a reason.
well, no,
You
they
put that on
do.
purpose.
I messaged him and said, I'm going to propose. Can you? Is there anything you can do? Like put on some music that I
There
like.
is actually. We've got an Englishman we can hire.
Put on
He'll
some
meet
music
you-
I like, or can
he'll
you like?
meet- he'll meet
can
you
you
in the
like
toilet.
bring us out some cake? You know, like a little like or a free shot or something, like a little celebration. And they just replied, "So German, it's untrue. Nein, das ist nicht wichtig."
Are you making this up?
I'm not. I've still got the email. They just replied, "No, we can't do anything. Good luck with your engagement."
Is that what I said?
So
No.
German, it's fucking
Yeah.
untrue.
That is German.
I
It's
almost cancelled the reservation. I was like, I'd still do it. So I got down, had all this speech prepared, blubbered it, like half of it out. I had all these wonderful words about how much I loved her and that. And in the end, I just kind of,
Do you want this? Do you want this ring?
the diamonds are. It's not on the side.
Pretty much how mine went, to be
bad.
fair.
Do you know what? If I got down on one knee, right, I'm struggling to get back up. You know, it would be like the unsexiest thing ever. Will you marry me? Oh yeah. Oh, I'm so fucking buzzing.
But yeah.
Well, see, for me, I never thought I'd be nervous, but then as it gets, I kept going to the toilet, and you're looking at yourself in the mirror, going,
You can do it.
Yeah,
like
do
your,
it.
like your, I
like
don't
Bruce
know,
Willis.
imagine
Bruce Willis of Friends.
your previous guest, Troy Williamson.
You're a
probably
really
doing when he's
neat guy.
about
I'm
to
just
go
a
and have
love machine.
to go and have to scrap some off.
I'm just a love machine.
You can do this. You can do this. And then you go out and all your words just fall apart, and like
Yeah, I can imagine.
you've got a speech about how they're perfect, and
Yeah.
in the end you just. But the worst, well, not the worst thing, but she started crying and didn't reply, and I'm still on one knee, and there's all these Germans looking,
Can you hurry up, please?
and she's going, and I'm thinking, is that yes or no? I presume it's a yes.
Is she
but
sad or happy?
is she like thinking, oh no, I can't, like, I'm already married. Surprise! All these Germans are looking at me, and I'm going, fuck's sake, will you fucking answer?
I've got this English guy in the toilets waiting for me.
My battery's running out.
No, yeah.
I think I might have been nervous, but I had my speech wrote. We were engaged 2018. We got married this year because of COVID. About 2 years ago, one night, I was laid in bed and I couldn't sleep, and I started doing my speech. And basically, I wrote the whole thing in my head in about. Well, I checked my watch and I was like, 45 minutes. I need to trim that down a bit. I was like pausing for audience laughter. You know, like when you're like laid there going, another laugh. Good one. Next.
Allow for longer for that one. That was a really good one.
So I had to like trim bits out, but then on the day I'd wrote like notes out, but really I didn't even look at it. It was just
In case.
it was like an order of, because all you're doing is thanking people.
Yeah.
So you're
Yeah.
starting off with everyone for coming, and then I did like my flower girls, my niece's kids, and you're giving them presents. That takes a bit of time. Your bridesmaids, best men, families, and a couple of extra people. Our friend Carissa, who introduced us, got her crying. You know Carissa, maybe? No, might not know her. Got her. She introduced us, so that was like probably a shock to her, but it was nice for the speech because straight away as soon as I started talking, she knew it was about her, and I could see her like crying. I was like, get it.
Yeah. 1-0.
Wanted her with me crying. Yeah, we bought her like a little bracelet. Well, Lindsay had nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
So yeah, the only bit I actually read was at the end to me miss it to Lindsay, because I didn't want to mess that up.
Yeah. You want
If
the word for word.
Yeah, if you forget to tell them that they look beautiful
Yeah.
or that you love
Why
them,
didn't you say I look beautiful? Yeah.
then
Didn't bother.
it's a stick to beat you with.
Yeah.
Right, is that what it is?
Well, yeah, but then if it's the family, like you're just saying thanks for everything you've done, thanks for buying whatever or helping pay for this for the wedding. But yeah, I didn't want to mess up her bit. Like,
Nah, I bet it was fucking. Yeah, you'd have revelled in that.
I did.
You'd have
I
revelled
absolutely loved it. Yeah.
Pussy.
Yeah, we've got one more to review. What we're saying.
Right,
Beery Me.
year, it's been a slog. We've done well, lads. This is the most expensive. I reviewed it last week. It's from Deer. They're from Cheltenham. Another unbelievable brewer.
How much is that?
Hard to
Shout
say.
out.
£8.35 for a can of beer.
Fucking hell.
What's
I
the?
know it's an expensive hobby I've got. But you know, squash I've heard is very expensive these days.
It is.
But it keeps you fitter. But this is more enjoyable.
Doesn't
This
taste
is
good though,
called-
does it?
nah, I'd lose, so defeat never tastes nice. Routine bites hard, triple IPA, so triple the hops, triple the juice, 10%. But when I had it last week, it's kind of like this. It'll taste about 6% to you. It should glide down. It does have a boozy taste, Ross. I don't know. You might notice that.
But listen, it was only this last one that tasted boozy. What was the one?
Looper. No. Turning Point.
Was it Turning Point? That you
Yeah.
was loved.
This one I loved, but you thought it was you
Yeah,
liked it, but it's,
but there was boozier ones we've had, which was
yeah,
smooth.
well, I don't know. The stout was 10. Yeah, this one was the strongest. But
Is he
What?
spilling again?
What?
this one was the strongest, but it didn't taste it. Did
No,
it?
I didn't know.
No.
Sorry.
Oh,
mate.
nice.
Ross has been shammed a bit. Do you want a bit
nice.
more? Or you alright?
That'll be alright.
Sorry, but
So yeah, deer,
I don't know what's
Cheltenham.
left.
Smells
Brilliant beer.
fantastic.
It'll smell glorious.
actually, yeah.
Oh, deers are unbelievable.
This is the best smelling beer we've had all night.
They've got some of the
routine bites
highest
hard.
rated beers I've ever done.
I'm
Senescence.
really looking forward to this.
Best
Yeah.
one all night.
Cheers, lads. Last one. It's been great.
I was just maybe the first sip.
That's good. That's the best one.
That's 10%.
That's a good one.
That's perfect.
That's
That's
nice.
perfection in a glass. That
That's yeah.
number 9.
What, you're
Right.
leaving Eva for it?
Yeah.
We've just literally spoke.
What about pausing away? And you're leaving her?
Finally
The
got
fir-
an engagement
the fir-
story.
The first time he exclusively talks about his engagement story, he then leaves that for orange and mandarin
For a
Oh,
day.
no, sorry.
For a
And even a
quarter,
Fidea.
a quarter of a can.
Quarter of a can of Dea.
He's had one sip. That's a 9. That's a fucking 9.
She's dead to me now.
Who's Eva?
Eva, what?
You called your kid Dea.
I mean, it's a cork alike.
It is. Does she watch these?
Fucking corker.
Does she watch these?
No, she doesn't. So I can.
Who's that pickle? It's a corker.
It's a corker
It's a corker.
I can't argue. I think I give it
It's a corker
8 something.
It's gone for Mark.
What helps is obviously we've sunk all of these, so the fact it's 10% now, you're well lubricated. You know, you
That isn't.
Oh, it's
So
good, that.
although I can taste the booze, it's not the burning sensation. That
nah,
one give me.
it's enjoyable. It's still it's weirdly for 10%, it's a glider, isn't it?
That
It is a glider.
Boom, boom. One sip, 9.
I love that. I love that.
I'm leaving work. I'm leaving Eva. I'm leaving everything for this beer right now.
I'm a dear disciple. They're unbelievable.
Very satisfied.
He's adding mine up a lot.
Oh, it's a corker.
Oh, it's a corker like.
They do one called Senescence. The best one the highest score I've given is Deer with Verdant, who are another great brewer. I didn't get one of theirs tonight, but they're brilliant. It's called Degrees. That was like this, but I don't know. I'd just give it the edge. It was another one that was like 8-9%, and it
Because I look at
tasted
the
about 5%. Nice artwork, Deer. Always nice art. To be honest, that's one of the more boring ones.
Makes me feel a bit younger again.
Makes me feel like I'm in Spain.
Oh, yeah. Is
Bang
it,
on.
I was going to say, is that the Italian flag around the outside? But no, it's not.
Mark, you're pissed.
Well, it is the colours.
No.
But,
It's the colours.
There's an extra white though, isn't there? So.
yes, it's like
He's just trying to.
Is that the Italian flag?
He's trying to work out what he's leaving his fiancée for.
Italian flag.
He had an Italian flag on, though,
Is
babe.
that a flying pig? A crocodile. It's a crocodile.
that crocodiles is like they're it's on all the cans.
What's that man with
What,
the big nose?
the day cans.
The Deer cans.
What about the man with the big nose?
I'm not sure if I've not noticed Pinocchio pop
Who?
up on too many of them.
Man and a woman with the big nose. Look.
Is it actually? Is it a man with a big nose? What you see here?
That?
Ah, the skull. Yeah. No, I've not noticed it.
There's a woman.
I've had a few of theirs, but
I'm a big fan of that one.
brilliant.
Very nice.
Like I say, What would you score it, Mark? You're a huge fan. Go 9. Score 9.
I'm going
I've never
9.
given one
No
of
one's
the
ever
nines.
going to
never
9.
given
I
a nine.
loved a groundbreaking first ever.
It's probably
Beery
one
Me,
of the
9
best
plus
beers I've
review.
ever tried.
Wait there.
Because you were disappointed with the stout at first.
I feel like it has to be almost the best beer you've ever tried to give it a 9.
It probably is.
It
It's
is
up there.
glorious.
That is a good beer.
I mean, I can't remember all the beers.
I think I underscored it last week.
Underscored it.
Yeah, I think.
I
sometimes
can't remember anything.
when you give a score, it'll change week to week.
If you've noticed, they've just got higher.
Yeah, we started it like a prig. And
yeah.
And the
He's just getting pissed.
and the,
He went from
the phrase- the
2.5 to 9 plus.
the 2.5 was the one that we thought he would like. And what's happened is he's just gone higher and higher. to the point now he's just dishing out 9s.
Go and get a bud out the fridge. You'll give it an 11.
Yeah, he will.
Beautiful laugh.
Right. So what's your score, Mark?
Did you just see that? Beautiful that.
Beery Mark, what you going?
Beery Mark.
9. It's like
9.
It's like that restaurant when I asked him to do something for us.
I didn't know we had the helium in.
Jay, what you going?
I'm got a good 8.7.
High.
It's nearly a 9.
It's solid.
Yeah, it's solid. That.
Right.
It's my favourite. That.
I like the
Easily.
colour.
I like how you assess it.
I like the flavour.
Yeah.
He likes to know what he's doing, but
It's
He thinks he does. what he's
Adam,
doing.
if I was going to give something the term glider, I'd give that a glider.
what you doing with your nuts?
10%.
Yeah.
I'm going to eat them in a minute. And
Fuck
right,
off.
no, colour good, fragrance good, glider, loved it. Wasn't as juicy
True.
as the salt one that I really liked.
Bit hoppier. Yeah.
Bit more hoppier, bit stronger, but the alcohol content wasn't that much. Like for that percentage, I can't believe it's that much, that
It's
smooth.
insane, isn't it?
I'm going to go an 8.8.
Right. High praise.
That's the
High,
highest
yes.
one you've.
No, it's not.
No, you went 8-9 for
Yeah.
the
2.89.
Yeah,
the hooker
Salt.
back.
Yeah, for salt.
I'd go out my way, big time, to have a pint of that.
Yeah, it's delicious.
The
Phenomenal.
some good beers, lads.
Yeah. Well, have you done this one?
I did it, and do you know now? I think I think I give it 8.2, which I think is a bit low. Again, I said to Jay, like I think depends on your mood, depends on the week, depends how you know. If
It
it's
does,
your,
yeah,
if it's
it
your
does.
first drink of the night, if you've just
Well,
Then-
Mark's evidence
yeah,
of
then
that.
it's like I think
You can put it in his pocket.
you could probably what's that thing at school? You know when you have is it like when you do fractions or percentages or something and you give like a plus like 1 or -1 either way kind of.
What? So you can
So,
you
like-
give your judgment, but you're
you're saying,
leaning
like,
to one
but-
way.
Like as in like you give it a 7.5, but it might be like plus or minus point something.
Yeah.
So tonight that tasted
A lot better.
miles above 8.2 for me. But last week when I had it, that's what I give it. So you know that's it, isn't it? Just sometimes
Mark's gonna eat the can by the looks of it.
What's he doing there?
big fan.
What was that?
Have you? I would have loved to have brought the most expensive one. Sorry,
The most alcoholic.
the most alcoholic.
Yeah, the 18%.
I've
No,
seen.
no.
Oh, no, the 50. 50
No. The snake venom.
Yes,
67.5%.
I've seen this on YouTube. It's like a liquor.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. It
Basically, this was mad. Like I'd only just started the channel, and I saw this advert for the world's most strongest beer, snake venom. It's from Scotland, 67.5%. On the side of the bottle, it says ingredients: beer and ethanol.
Ethanol.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
yeah.
what it. That's what.
It's just pure alcohol.
Yeah, do you remember
Yeah.
not? Don't remember in well, you
In
he
school.
would have done science. He would have done
He wasn't in
science.
school that day.
Yeah,
Top 10 signs.
they wouldn't have let Eastbourne allowed about with Bunsen burners.
with the ethanol.
No.
Nah, they were
Wait,
banned
I
after.
always remember putting sulfuric acid into a jar, ethanol into a jar, and having a Bunsen burner about. Don't know what I was doing with them.
No, we had Bunsen burners. Like, just let on
Leave the gas
side.
on. Leave the gas on with them little taps.
Yeah, you called him a lighter.
Yeah.
They were blue.
No, we're not about the clippers.
Anyway, this snake venom, 67%. And I seen an advert. But I was only just started the channel. I had a couple hundred followers. Only got 1,400 now. It's nothing big. But
It's good.
I wanted
It's
it.
all right though for a guy who drinks beer
well, I'm not really into like getting loads of followers.
until you get them.
Well, it's nice, but sometimes I do little things where I'm like, oh, follow, like share the page, but I have like enough people now who are friends who would like message us and say, oh, I've tried this beer because you said it and because you recommended it and I loved it.
Do you know, I've got the exact same.
I mean, to
thought
make
with
it
this,
like
though.
a job, do you know, you'd need like
Yeah.
1 million followers, which is never going to happen.
No, but
And I have a good job.
I
so.
started thinking about it with this, right? And like the first couple got a few thousand, right? But now we're starting to get towards like they generally get between 400 and 900, right? Even if they get 100, right? That's 100 people have decided to sit down and watch. That's a full room. That
Yeah.
it's a full gymnasium
Yeah.
when you're at school. It's an audience. So if you get 100 people, it's amazing. Like willing to watch and listen to you.
I remember when because there's some milestones that you like to see. So I remember when I got near 500, I was like, oh, I want to get to 500, and then near 1,000. But now I've got about 1,400. I'm like, yeah. I'd like. It took ages to get from 1,300 to 1,400, and in one day, I don't know what happened. I must have done a decent review. Loads of people from Darlow. I woke up one day and it's like they'd all been in a pub. And like one person had said about the channel,
That is-
and then suddenly I woke up
That
like
would
20
happen.
people
That is how it happens, though. If the right person talks
Shares it.
about it,
and shows a couple of
shares it.
videos,
Yeah.
and they know you, and it's nice. But anyway, the snake venom, it was like 40 quid a bottle, and it's like a Budweiser, like 330ml,
40 quid.
yeah, but it's 67%, so it's basically you're buying a spirit. But
Yeah.
because it's got beer and ethanol, they claim it's the world's strongest beer. So I did like a crowdfund. Like, I was just taking a piss, like, thinking no one's going to fucking chip in any money for this. And like 4 people chipped in a £5, because I didn't really want to pay 40 quid myself. So I was like, this is unbelievable. You know, like, I know it's just a small thing, but I was like, 4 mates, Richie here, Chris Marksby, you know Marksby? A lad who I'd met you did Camp America, didn't you?
yeah.
So the last time I saw him was 2008 at camp, or 2007. He was there one of them years. Not seen him for last year, 12 years minimum. He chuck in a £5. No,
It's funny you should say that. There's the
and
odd,
then someone else who I can't remember, which I feel bad about.
the odd
but-
thing I put on Facebook. Some of the kids that I
And
taught,
now
they'll
adults.
like shit,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
they're all fully grown ass men now. But
Yeah.
some of them like the podcast shit and that, and I'm
Yeah.
like, fuck it now.
But it's,
I met them for
I have the
4
same,
months.
yeah.
to
I've
one
had,
something,
yeah. Like,
I know
because
you did.
back when Facebook started, like, I don't want to sound weird here, but like, it wasn't, you just accept people who you knew, and so
Yeah.
you'd accept people who, when you're at summer camp, they might be like 14 or 15 or whatever age.
No, yeah.
But it wasn't
for
like
me,
weird.
12,
It wasn't like, oh,
13-year-old
you get
kids.
in there, oh, you're weird. Yeah.
Yeah.
But now, like, you've forgotten that you've got them. I've got the same. And I see some of them now and they're like
Yeah, massive.
24-year-olds.
American footballers
been
and
to
that.
college. There's a guy, Matthew Moskowitz. He's like, he was a college, like The Rock, you know, like
Yeah.
like college football. Now he's in the American Marines or Navy, and he's like
I've got a kid called Noah London, funny enough, from America, and he listens to these, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I'm in London."
I
Like,
love the shout out. Shout
yeah,
out to
yeah,
Noah.
exactly. Shout out, and he's in London shortly, and he's like, "Well, yeah, we should meet up," and like,
Doesn't realise.
but like Darlington to London
Yeah,
for them
yeah.
is fucking nothing.
I've
But
had
I'm like,
similar
I
thought.
can't be asked to go to London.
I'm going there tomorrow, and there's fucking engineering work on. There's 3.5 hours on the train tomorrow.
Yeah,
But-
but to them, that's going to shop.
Oh well, yeah.
Yeah.
It's just driving like across the county. Isn't it?
When so, in regards to strong drinks, everyone's. I
It
reckon,
wasn't that bad, that drink, by the way.
Right, it was all right.
When I reviewed it, I built myself up because I was like, straight spirits, like it's like almost absinthe. I was like not looking forward to it. I had a good few cans for like lubricate yourself, get ready. And I put a blazer on and everything. I like proper like treated like. It was a Saturday night.
special
It was a
night.
Saturday night in
Special
lockdown.
night.
My big boy shirt
My
on.
missus is sat on the sofa just looking at me going. I'm stood in the kitchen down
This
in
is a
cans
9,
going.
babe. It's a 9. It's a 9.
It's like Rocky in the mirror going, "Go on, you can drink this. You can drink. Don't spew. Don't spew on camera. Don't spew." And then it said on the side to mix it with ice, so I did, and it was all right. I scored it 8.0, but it was like with an asterisk because like it's not a beer just because it's got beer in it.
Yeah.
Did you finish it?
It took about 9 months.
I thought he was going to say 9 minutes.
Yeah.
What, to finish it?
Well, because that first one was good,
Say it was 330 mil.
yeah, but it's 67%.
9 months.
It's a bottle.
It's a bottle of absinthe. So I had that 330ml, and then I fell asleep on the sofa. And then, like a couple of weeks later, when you're having a drink, I'd go, I'll give that another go. But then every time you give it another go, it's not as good, or you fall asleep.
Yeah.
So in the end, I thought I'm just going to keep it for when I have friends round. So then when I moved into my new house and I got mates round, John Shields, I killed him on it. Killed him.
Yeah.
He had to get his dad to pick him up.
Never.
Killed him on it. His dad was going to pick him up anyway, John, but he had to ring him early. We watched England Denmark, and I said, "Who wants a snake venom?" He's like, "Big John."
See, my secret weapon was Ray Nephews when I was a bartender.
That's 63, isn't it?
It's 63.
Yeah.
Fuck that shit, man.
So what I used to do, it was called.
Is this what you give the girls?
No, no. What I used to do, right? This was the thing. You used to get greedy bastards that would drink any drink on the bar, right? So what I used to do, there was 2 tricks. The first one was what I called a Jäger bomb, right? So Woods rum. Woods rum is a very dark rum. Looks like Jägermeister.
Right.
You've got Ray Nephews, which is clear. If you mix a tiny bit of Woods rum with Ray Nephews, it goes like a yellowy browny colour.
Yeah.
So you put that in the bottom, and then you put a full shot of Woods as the Jägermeister. It looks like a Jäger bomb.
Yeah, okay.
But what it is a 50, what is it, a 63% rum and a 56% rum.
But people go to down it.
And they just neck it,
Do
right?
they not notice?
So they go, they're like looking about like that, and I'm just stood there like that. And they look at me and they go, "Someone left that?" Like, I'm like, "Yeah, someone's left it." Can I have
He's
it?
left them lying
Can I,
around.
yeah, I used to just leave it
left
on the
the
bar.
Jäger bomb.
Used to leave it on the bar. Can I have it? Of course you can, mate. It's all yours. It's paid for.
No one spiked it. I've been watching.
So they're like that. Yeah, no, it's got a tissue over it. Look, it's all ready for you. Both sent about 5 people home, like straight up spewing at the bar, everything.
I remember when you worked in Floritas. I remember going in there. Probably give us. I don't know if you've done that. You might have.
No, I'll probably give you loads of free drink though.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
I remember that.
No, yeah, that was.
That's the only reason.
Well, do you know what? That was one of the tricks I did with Clarky. Right, Clarky used
Liam.
to be, Liam. He's a drinker,
Yeah.
right? So he used to come in and he'd be like,
All about the free drinks.
He'd be like, "Just give me a drink," and I'm like, "There you go," and I'm like, "Right, it's fucking nearly 3 o'clock. I want to go home now."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Give me
Knock
another,
yourself
give me
out.
another drink." So I set him up one of them. Both necks it. Woo! He gets the bouncer, trying to tell the bouncer that the bartender's trying to kill him.
What? It's his mate.
It's my pal, yeah. I'm like, yeah, it's me mate. Just fucking tell him to fuck off. And he's just Clarky's trying to grasp me up. Oh, but he'll tell you I nearly killed him. But and the other one was just getting a shot of liquor 43, which is a honey shot, 40% sour.
Lovely, it's delicious.
Putting a layer of Tabasco
I like that,
sauce.
yeah.
Layer of Tabasco sauce at the bottom.
Nice.
See you later, bud. Bye bye. Yeah.
I feel like I'd like that though.
Yeah, you probably would. Yeah. You probably
Yeah.
would.
Well, next time we'll do some liquors.
Yeah, we'll do some fucking.
Fucking
Have you
hell.
had absinthe before though?
I haven't. I have never had it.
The green,
It's
the
fucking-
70%. It's holiday for me.
Bad story.
Magaluf. Reminds me of Magaluf.
Yeah.
I've had it. I've had it once, and I remember I was all right. But the other time was we were on Freshers.
Yeah.
So it was me, Kel, Carter, Paul Alexander, Watsy. We'd all
Bad group of men.
We'd all moved into Stevenson building. which
I
is
would- I lived
the
there. I was in-
shittest accommodation you can get in for. No offense.
No, right. So
It's poor, innit?
do you know why? Right. So sorry to interrupt.
Stevenson, where's that?
It's a shithole, mate.
It's
Looks
in
like a prison.
Northumbria, like it's next to Shield Field. It's,
Yeah,
I
but
loved it
we-
because I just moved out of home. Could like
We
do what I wanted.
called it Bosnia, the area. It was that bad.
Oh, it's bad.
But Brad
It's got
Towan,
better now.
Brad Towan lived in it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So before we went to Newcastle, we used to visit Brad, and I used to think this is the best thing ever. So when I did my application, I actually said I want to share toilets and bathrooms. So that pretty much put me in Stevenson building, right?
Yeah.
So I get in there and I'm like, what the fuck? I've got my mates who've got the private bathrooms and everything. And
Thing was with Stevenson, there's everyone who I lived with would have hated me the most because
Yeah.
every Friday I had any mate I had from Darlow up.
everyone up,
They'd be
yeah.
like, and you could smoke inside. I don't know. Well, we were.
No, you
So
put a sock over the
it'd be
front,
like it's
yeah.
like a room this big with single beds like the size of this
Remember
bed.
everyone had
10
count-
here, like 5 men sat on it, 5 men here. Every man smoking, every man drinking for like 12 hours, and then every man going out and spewing or shitting.
Yeah.
And so your flatmates, like. But anyway, we went out this night on Freshers and we went to Buffalo Joe's, over the river.
Oh yeah.
And we all got an absinthe, and it made me spew, and I was proper bad. I was like wobbling around, so they all put me in a taxi, and I went back to Stevenson. I woke up in the morning, and I don't know if I did it because it might have been before messages, but anyway, I found out that everyone else had got wrecked, gone back to Stevenson. One of the lads lived on the top floor, and there was like a fire exit onto the roof, so they'd gone onto the roof, and there was these paving slabs lying around. And two men, I don't want to identify them, but they'd decided to have a paving slab throwing contest off the roof. So they'd thrown these paving slabs, and luckily no one was walking because it would have killed them.
Yeah. Well,
Paving slab from 200 foot.
A paving slab from 10 feet would probably kill you.
Yeah, if I dropped one on your head from there, it was
Yeah.
But it was travelling a distance. Luckily there was no one around. It didn't hit any cars, but it landed on the road or the pavement. But on that level, it was all like international students, and some of them said they thought a bomb had gone off. So the next morning, the house manager, Jeff Elliott, he stormed in. And
he was still there when I was there.
Was he?
He fined me. Yeah, I couldn't graduate.
He stormed in and dragged everyone out and made them find out who it was, and they got kicked out. We'd only been there 4 days.
I couldn't graduate until I paid my fine from him because I wouldn't leave on a fire exit drill. So I got fined, and I went to graduate, and they went, "You've still got this on your bill." But no, right, funny story about Matty, right? So we've had some mad times, but there was a time, right? I've never heard of this before. So we were drinking probably straight vodka by this time in the middle of the night, and he goes, "Right, I'm gonna spew." So I've got a.
You're just giving us a shot of vodka.
Yeah, and I'm on a flat on the quayside, and I've got a balcony. And anyway, he's fucking like this. He's like, right, what? He runs out to the balcony. He's like, I'm gonna spew. And I'm like, right, what should we do? He went, "Give me a fag," and we're like, "Mate, you're about to spew." Anyway, he convinces us to give us a fag. He's literally balking like that. Thank fuck for that.
Stop the
spewing.
Yeah.
Tom, it's a known thing. I'm like, what?
Yeah. Well, that was weird, isn't it?
It's weird.
Not healthy.
And then he decides to do his best Elvis impression, and then we're like, right, this is getting weird. This.
I was in my onesie. I've been down there about today.
Yeah.
Anyway,
absinthe. Green, black, Magaluf, Iron Napper, Ibiza. Everyone drinks absinthe when they're abroad.
No good.
What's the difference between green and black?
Nothing.
Stronger.
Food colouring.
I thought one was stronger.
They all say they're like 70 fucking million%, don't they?
Yeah.
Isn't it called like the Green Fairy or something after that?
The original absinthe, the one that's supposed to make you hallucinate and all that, that's green, yeah.
Yeah.
Right. But it's been a wonderful time.
lads, I've enjoyed it very much.
Thoroughly.
I've got a mouthful of nuts.
Yeah.
I feel like Sienna Day. No offense.
She'd completely agree with that.
Yeah.
But no, this has been a fantastic podcast. It might not have been enjoyable for people watching it, but we've had a fantastic time.
Yeah, if you've not liked it, well, don't follow the channel at Beery Me Instagram.
But if you did like it, Beery Me Instagram. He reviews all sorts of stuff. It's a really good channel. It's something that I've actually used to get onto IPAs. The lads already like them, but I really appreciate what Matty's doing. It's something that he enjoys doing. He's put some money into it, and it's become a very easy watch.
Cheers, man. Thank you.
So,
Thank you for having me on. I've enjoyed it, lads.
You're very
It's
welcome.
been a delight.
Thanks to have the full team back.
And
I hope everyone likes the new stripped back version. We do, and it's been a much easier podcast. And thank you very much if you are listening. We'll see you soon.
Cheers. Go and finish your bells.